Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Wow, already off to a fantastic talk. Fantastic start with the talking, with the words making. Hope you're all having a wonderful time zone, wherever you are. Hope you're all well. Let me swap on over to here. Let's not waste too much time. Let's survey my domain here. Welcome in, everyone. Hello, Leah. Hello, Junie. Hello, Adam. Hello, Lilith. Aye! Come on, already? Welcome in, Digimint, Chris, Fire Mountain. You're a time zone? Fire Mountain time. You know, everyone's always saying this. Hey! Hey. Do I need to turn those costs up? You're a website? I love that for you, Leah. I can't. I've got a rest. I've got a whole chatting focus stream ahead. I can't do my strong Matt impression. I'll turn my costs up. I see. I didn't even know what that would entail, but better not to risk it, I suppose. Anyway, how are we all? Hope you're all doing well. Yes, I do. Oh, please. Not in front of everyone. But I hope you're all well on this Monday evening for most of the US, or perhaps it's the beginning of your Tuesday. I don't know. You people doing well? That's a reasonable way to be on a Monday evening, or a Tuesday morning for that matter. Start of a week. Call that an evening. I suppose you could. Call it that. Yeah, I really hope you're all doing well. You know, start of a week. It is what it is. Getting settled into the same old routines. I'm doing alright myself. Welcome in, Koja. Hope you're well too. Tonight, what I wanted to do is... I wanted to chat about some stuff. For one, you know, I wanted to, you know, see how y'all are going, share some thoughts and ideas for the streams. Hey, sorry. You ever get distracted by how your mouth looks? You ever just like catch sight of it and be like, hang on, is this something, is that all right? Is that how it's supposed to look? I think it's fine. I think I was just overthinking it. Yes, excellent. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that I'm not entirely alone in this. Sure, okay. Thank you for humoring me. But yeah, I wanted to, you know, have a bit of a chat, have a check-in with you all, share some thoughts and ideas on you know, this whole stream business, you know. Because, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's almost the end of the year. That was something that is really creeping up on me, I know. I noticed, you know, at my day job, as it were, I noticed that I've reached the point where I'm setting review dates and deadlines on stuff that are in 2024, and I was like, wait, oh Jesus, oh good lord, it's like 3 weeks until it's a different year. What a wild concept. You know, there's the Twitch is doing their yearly recap. The Spotify Wrapped of Twitch. That's a terrible comparison to make. So you can find out dubious statistics about all the streams and emotes you've enjoyed. Where's my creator one? Let me pull that up. I don't know if I'll pop that on the stream. I don't know if I'm self-absorbed enough for that. Yearly recap? What does it mean to recap upon someone? Apparently I was one of the top 10% of Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth streamers this year, so I've got that going for me. Apparently I have a grand total of 32 streams this year, which doesn't sound like that many when you say it. So good that I should do it again next October. Well, clearly it worked out for me. Clearly I need to keep maintain my status as one of the leading representatives of the Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth community. I did have a really good time playing that game. I think it was very, very neat, very fun as my first real Classicvania game that I even attempted to play to completion. Though I should probably also expand my horizons. Be that next October or even sooner. Trying out some of those NES classics. That's something I should maybe get through. I know I've said a few times I should try out some of those classic Mega Mans. What would be the correct plural of Mega Man? I mean, Mega Man is the easy one, but Megas Man. I should probably give more of them a shot. Multiple Mega Men, exactly. Mega Mans are exciting. Yeah, no, I feel like I always have a good time watching other people play them. It's just that, to me, every time I've tried, I've kind of bounced off them for one reason or another, though it's been a while since I really gave any of them a serious attempt. I feel like there's a related thing that I've kind of thought about, and I feel like meant to bring up like a couple times, in terms of quote-unquote gamer skill and self-assessing one's own gamer skill and talent. And I feel like that's something I'm terrible at, is objectively assessing my capacity at video games. Which, I mean, I think is hard with lots of different skills and talents. I think it is very difficult to observe yourself, and, you know, that's a challenging thing overall. But I think something that complicates it for me especially, and I don't know, this may apply to others too, I'm not sure, is obviously I've been gaming since I was very young. And as a very young gamer, I was terrible at video games. I was not any good at this, and part of that's just because when you're a small child, you have, you know, you're still developing your hand-eye coordination. Part of that is because as a child, I was introduced to the concept of cheat codes very early on, and made liberal and gratuitous use of these functions. I knew how to use ZSNES's cheat search function from a very early age. Welcome in, Altazimuth. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. That's why they sell walkthroughs, because kids suck at games. Do they still sell walkthroughs? I feel like the strategy guide business, the physical strategy guide business, has dried up pretty badly. I know Prima went under a number of years back, I think. I would have to look up the exact business state of any print walkthroughs. But I don't think there's a whole lot of walkthrough sales anymore. I think that's mostly relegated to video and guides content. Now, there is still a huge market for guides content. That's like 95% of video game traffic is as Fire Mountain points out, you know, SEO bait listicles and you know, search traffic grabbing headlines like, here's the top 5, you know, secrets you know, how to beat every boss in Elden Ring. Here's the top 5 secrets you might have missed in Assassin's Creed buttfuck. Did Stadia's walkthrough search actually work? I don't think they ever implemented any of the promises they made regarding Stadia's sort of weird YouTube integration where you could supposedly, you know, leap into a save state in a game. And did Stadia actually work? It sounds like Stadia was not the worst of the video game streaming products offered from a technical side. Here's the top 5 things we wish we knew before playing this game. List of things that are in the tutorial. Yeah, exactly. Here's the top 5 things we think are going to be in this video game that isn't out yet. Number 1, how to name your save file. I accidentally wrote man weed because I forgot how Japanese name order works. This could have easily been avoided if lazy devs had just... Anyway, I can't go on with this bit. This is too much dribble. But yeah, walkthroughs are out. SEO bait guide content is in, sadly. It's a sad state of affairs in the games media world, unfortunately. But yes, to sort of circle back around, as a kid, terrible at video games, cheated out the arse. I knew exactly what buttons I had to hit to get into God mode in Commander Keen. AI written FF14 guide that had no idea what it was talking about. Oh yeah, that's the bold new frontier, isn't it? Is AI generated SEO bait that doesn't actually know things. Yeah, I got really a little bummed out reading my day jobs put out their official internal policy on the use of generative AI. Which was, you know, mostly sensible, but still just depressing that they had to put one out and not just say, please don't use generative AI, for God's sake. Hi Handstands, welcome in, hope you're having a wonderful time zone. There's an AI-generated guide for Gundam Battle Operation 2, and it was hilarious how wrong it was. Yeah, I can't imagine there's a whole lot of that. Yeah, trying to put in ChatGPT for the tax department for the state government. I work federal. They did, at the very least, include the most important clause in their generative AI policy, which is that you are responsible for any AI-generated content that you use in the line of your work. Which, at the end of the day, I think, if nothing else, you have to put. This is on a federal level. Yeah, I believe the approved uses are for things like, you know, you can use this for drafting internal emails or bouncing ideas off of, which also still seems like a terrible idea. It does include a warning that generative AI may hallucinate and that you should always fact check any information you receive. Anyway, I don't know how much I should be talking about any further, or I know I don't really want to keep talking about it. It's just kind of sad. But I guess that's the world we live in there. Again, I'm at least satisfied that they put yeah, fuck AI, let's play video games. Maybe I should just play video games. Maybe I should do that. I can probably do that while focusing on my thread of conversation. Tonight, One of these games is about an AI, that's true, but we're also saying fuck it. Tonight I wanted to play something breezy that would let me, you know, keep talking without having to split my focus too much. Thank you for the hydration reminder. I have been sipping away at my coffee all through this, so I'm relatively hydrated there, but thank you. It's stuff that wouldn't split my attention too badly, but would still be relatively entertaining to watch. And I was thinking about, for whatever reason, I was thinking about, oh, I know why I was thinking about Portal 1. I mean, I don't remember the exact chain, and it would be redundant to sort of step through it all to relitigate it, as it were. Portal 1, great game. This game came out like 16 years ago. That's upsetting when I say it like that. Let me get that fired up here. Portal 1, also a very short game when you know what you're doing. It's one of a handful of games that, what are you telling me, Steam? I don't want to know about Steam input. I'm not going to play this with a controller. Video games exist? I know, it's a bold statement here. Let me dip that piano audio down and pop this 16:9 video game capture in. Oop. Hello? You gonna capture this for me, Steam? You gonna pop up my... You going to bring Portal Direct 3D 9 to the forefront here? Come on. Orange Box is a good memory. Yeah, there's some quality video games. Who doesn't like a bit of Team Fortress 2, bit of Half-Life 2, and Episode 1 and 2? Gotta capture this window for me, OBS. You need to show the people the video game. People demand footage. There we are. Alright, I'm not actually sure. Oh, that is definitely, my volume is too low there. Is that gonna be more like it? Anyway, let's whoosh on over to here. Oh, hello, my controller is floating. Let me defloat my controller while I'm here. Ooh, hello. Whoops, hang on. There we go. Anyway, Portal 1, fantastic video game. Doesn't take a whole lot of time to complete, if you're a gamer like me. Whoa, okay, that might be a little loud actually. Let me find a balance in my audio settings here. You love this video game? I think that is an uncontroversial opinion. Listen to that. Classic bop, yeah. The remix of the Still Alive there. I did not purchase the Orange Box when it came out. I had a relative potato computer, and also I didn't have a broadband internet connection. Please let me know how the audio balance is, because I may need to turn GLaDOS down just a smidge so that I can talk over her better.
Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning...
I might actually, yeah, I'm gonna adjust that down just a smidge, yeah. Sounds good? Well, that's good, but I'm still gonna pop it down just a smidge so that I can hear myself think, if nothing else. Flush the toilet. Look at that toilet flush. Like the radio still playing? Yeah. Do, 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 do. Hey, it's me. I did not purchase the orange box when it came out. I had a potato computer and a dial-up internet connection, and so it was not very sensible of me to try and buy video games that were Steam enabled.
Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test.
But I did receive a highly legitimate copy of it from a friend and enjoy it in that fashion on very low settings.
Any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance, the Aperture Science weighted storage cube.
And it was mostly fine, though for whatever reason the very legitimate version I had, I feel like it must have been missing... I feel like it was missing like the rust texture that they use a lot in the back half of the video game. And so it wasn't like fully missing, so it wasn't like the full purple-black checkerboard of Doom that Source players may be familiar with. But it was purple, so there was just a weirdly purple environment in the bowels of Aperture Science there. Yo, Portal! Hell yeah, Lilith. You fucking love Portal. Again, I think this is an uncontroversial opinion. I think many people greatly enjoy the video game Portal, released by Valve Software in 2007 as part of the Orange Box. Yeah, so I had a purple-ass experience in the back end of this game, which was a little weird, but didn't hugely take away from it. I was obsessed with this game when it came out also, because Valve had very efficient, very effective mimetic marketing campaigns, you know, the cake is a lie and so on, and I was just the right age to be, whoa, highly susceptible to that kind of business.
Aperture Science handheld portal device. With it, you can create your own portals.
You've actually never played this in spite of everything? There's never a bad time to play it. I think it's still a fantastic game. I do wonder how coming to it 16 years after the fact and potentially having seen people solve the many puzzles. Anyway, there's a pit there, but you can portal across it.
Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science
Get in there.
to Workday is the perfect time to have her tested.
Perfect time to have it tested. There was lore, you know, there was excellent viral marketing around this game. There was a whole website that you could log into if you knew the secret password. I never got like deep into like any ARG stuff because I'm just simply not brained correctly to involve myself in ARGs.
Chamber 4. You're doing quite well.
I remember watching the trailer a lot. Now, I did not watch the trailer a lot because, again, I was on dial-up internet, and so watching trailers on YouTube and such like that, or gametrailers.com, heaven forbid, was not something that was super available to me.
You will be entirely on your own. Good luck.
But I had enough exposure to be very excited for the concept, to play the Flash version that came out that was based on the trailer, I think. Re-implemented that the basic concepts of that. Playing Portal 1 after 2 had been announced but hadn't yet come out and being so excited about it, yeah. Portal 2 is, I think, the first ever video game that I pre-ordered. I think it is the first video game that I paid money for
As part of a required test
without paid money for sight un- well, not paid money for sight unseen. There were a lot of video games I did that for, but that I
Good job.
paid money for beforehand. I was very excited for Portal 2. Portal 2 also a very good game, but it takes a little longer than an hour or so to blast through. Well, for someone like me anyway. It is possible. I'm not sure what the speedrun time is. Flash version had the Crusher and the Fire. I'm pretty sure it did have Crusher and Fire action in there. We made it up. Pure fiction. Welcome in, Void Lily. There are 2 games that calling good is uncontroversial, Neopets and Portal. I am not sure about the Neopets one. I understand that it's a joke. God. Subject down here. Is it based? Yes. Was this story based? Yes, it was. Under an hour for Portal 2. Yeah, I mean, I figure you can pretty well blast through these games because surprisingly, I want to say that the speedrun tech for these games has very little to do with the actual portal guns. Yeah, you just said Neopets because it was a funny answer. That's fair. It's better to be funny than right sometimes. Aperture Science unstationary scaffold. Been forever since you've seen a Portal speedrun? Yeah, it probably does depend on the inboundsness. But I want to say that a lot of the Portal speedrun tech from the last time I saw a Portal 1 speedrun at least is based less around the portals and more around the many peculiarities of the source engine physics. Wait, hang on, I'm supposed to hang back here. Followed by death.
Good luck.
You've no clipped around those maps, you know what flags hit exactly. Where'd that radio go? But yeah, I think that's one of the things that I do wonder.
Please note that any appearance of danger is merely a device to enhance your testing experience.
Yeah, the category of the speedrun is about the engine, not the gameplay. Yeah, no, I mean, it's still displaying a mastery and understanding of that. One definition of inbounds where it's defined as the camera can't leave inbounds, and so it does weird things. Yeah, sometimes you get
inform you that this next test is impossible. Make no attempt to solve it.
Fascinating sort of rules lawyering around categories sometimes.
Fantastic. You remain resolute and resourceful
in an atmosphere of extreme pessimism. It's one of the things that I do wonder how much it holds up in this game to someone coming to it for the first time in 2023 somehow. Is I really do wonder how much of the humor lands. Like, I still think this is an incredibly funny game. I think the writing is clever, witty, despite the fact that I've, heard all of these lines ad infinitum over the last 16 years. I heard, I was obsessed with it. I pulled out all the voice files in my very legitimate copy of the video game and listened to them over and over. I knew every line of GLaDOS dialogue basically from heart. Still lands, especially if you're new to it. I can believe that too. I do genuinely think it is still very clever and funny. I think it's very funny how much that early sort of memery around it latched onto things like the companion cube and the cake is a lie and things of that nature, which aren't even really... They're relatively minor parts of the game when you get down to it. You set your laptop system sound effects to be the turret voice. Now that's just good quality. That's just a good sound effect replacement. Remember changing your system sound effects? Remember having a custom sound pack? That's a blast from the past right there. Hello when it turns on. Goodbye when it sleeps. Yeah. Those are really well suited for that. That's really good. Get that Homestar boot up, exactly. Remember video games? I do.
The Enrichment Center promises to always provide a safe testing environment.
In the apps,
testing environments, the Enrichment Center
promises to always provide useful advice.
For instance, the floor here will kill you Try to avoid it.
Thanks, GLaDOS. Very cool. Tell me more about this video game. Oop. Hey, bring that back. Internet Archive still has so many old 95 XP era desktop themes with sound replacements. Yeah, and like you're replacing your My Computer icon and so on. That was definitely something I was also kind of obsessed with around that. Hang on, I gotta pay attention. I got a video game here. There we go. There's a lot of waiting in these first few levels of Portal, unfortunately. Just as by the nature of them tutorializing it. They really make you stand around until cycles are in the right spot, unfortunately. Remember when games came with a desktop theme? Yeah, now those were the good days.
The device has been modified so that it can
Hey, I would like that portal, that platform to come back, actually. Thank you.
As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased to present
An amusing fact.
The device is now
Is it medieval? No.
organs and combined
Lear is, of course, referring to the .hack quadrilogy, colloquially known as IMOC these days. Do people say that? Do people say IMOC? Do people pronounce IMOQ as one word? Who out here is talking about .hack? Leah is specifically. People don't say that shit. I'm glad, actually. You know what? After saying it, I think that's good. Yeah, they really want you to make sure you understand how portals work before you get the second portal, which is fair, because I think that's the other thing that is kind of weird to think about in 2023, having had, you know, 16 years of this video game being out there, is I feel like even if you haven't played this game, you probably have at least osmosed roughly how the portals in this game work. I assume. I may assume incorrectly. Again, it's impossible for me to go back in time. Or forward in time. Forward and back in time. Hang on. Blue Portal is the one I want to make again. Had the extreme pleasure of watching a friend play this game blind this year. That must have been fantastic. Whoosh. Watching you learn how the portals work was a joy. Yeah. It's true that you have kind of, yeah, figured it out. Yeah. Which, I mean, again, I don't think would detract from the gameplay experience. But I do think this game is... It's a fascinating exercise in pacing, I think. And again, I know that this game has been talked about to death in that way. But because it was just this, this standalone experience... Wait, hang on. This
If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out. An intubation associated...
Mind how they gave the companion cube hearts to make sure the players remembered it existed? Yeah, no, the companion cube... for those unaware, though I imagine you all probably are, as the portal heads that you are, this game does have just like a fairly detailed developer commentary, as a lot of these Orange Box games did, which was a very cool of them, IMO, where they have little commentary nodes placed around the maps. And you can hit them to find out a little bit more about, you know, specific design features, which are some of the most fascinating bits and pieces you will ever learn about game design.
Previously mentioned required test protocol. We can no longer lie to you. When the testing is over, you will be missed.
I love the commentary. Yeah, it's really interesting, and it's... At the risk of bringing up discourse, it's one of the things that I think about every time that you get the the Twitter thanks and have fun. I'm Gabe Newell. Every time the discourse starts up these days and drives me nuts about people complaining about the, you know, the yellow paint. No further compliance information is required or will be provided. And you are an excellent text subject. Anytime I see the discourse going around where people complain about the yellow paint and treating players like they're idiots, I do think about the commentary for this game. And while, yeah, and while I do understand the point that maybe the yellow paint is a little bit much in a lot of cases, well, I do think the yellow paint, etc., is a little bit much in most cases. I do think a lot about the times, the many times in these commentary tracks for these games where they say, in playtesting, we found that players would not do the thing that we thought was extremely obvious. And the thing that may seem extremely obvious to you as the developer or as a seasoned player is not always. Mirror's Edge, they justified as runner's vision. Mirror's Edge seems like it's a very good implementation of that. Yeah, FF14 boss arenas have lines on the floor for a reason. Always makes you think of Valve games when a game tutorializes itself well, yeah. I think Half-Life 2 in particular has a lot of interesting points about the way they use lights and lighting to make players look up. Because something that they observed while testing Half-Life 2, and I think is still probably true to this day and probably responsible for a lot of yellow paint, is that without prompting, players will never in their lives look up without being told. It is simply just not something that most players are trained to do in their video game experience. Portal is a masterclass in tutorializing without making you feel tutorialized. I think Portal has a leg up in that the test chamber conceit is really good for presenting you with these scenarios in a way, excuse me, in a way that lets them dole out new concepts without it being too flagrant. Remind about Dead Space, they really wanted to shoot your arms off things to work, so they'd remind the player about 20 times. Yeah, spray paint, shoot at the limbs. Yeah, it's... I think Dead Space's particular example has become somewhat notorious. Wait, hang on. Is that going on? Is that an energy pellet? No, I took too long. Say something about paint, but you'll wait until you get to the sequel. Maybe I should stream Portal 2 someday. Portal 2 is also a fabulous game. I think Portal 1 is an incredibly tough act to follow, and I like Portal 2 a lot. It's hard for me to say that... It's hard to compare them one-to-one, I think. It's hard for me to say I prefer Portal 1 or Portal 2. I think they are different experiences. Thank you for the posture check. I'm actually sitting wonderfully right now, but... It's hard for me to compare them in a meaningful way, I think. I think Portal 1, by nature, is a tighter experience. And I think that is probably the main advantage it has over Portal 2, is that the fact that it was developed as this sort of side game that they were throwing into this bundle means that they were able to make it just a very tight, contained package. Whereas Portal 2 is a little more... it has to concern itself with being a game that they were charging, you know, $60 for. Yeah. Yeah, Portal 1 was a pack in with TF2 and Episode 2. It was like $15 if you wanted to buy it independently on the Steam store. They didn't necessarily have to... Yeah, they could only do so much. They could both only justify spending, you know, so much time and effort on it, and beyond that, they, you know, didn't have to worry as much about meeting player expectations in that way. By all accounts, Portal was kind of a surprise breakout hit. I mean, obviously they expected it to do well, you know, they weren't just like, oh, this is just some horse shit we're making, but I think it exceeded expectations pretty substantially. Could have ended after Room 18, it would have been a complete experience. I think it would have felt a little abrupt, and I don't think it would have held up in the way that it does. But I do think that, yeah, they do manage to get most of their ideas in by 18, but it could have, yeah. It could have ended there, and it wouldn't have felt like, you wouldn't have been like, that's it. You would have been like, okay, cool. I gotta do this. And then that. I feel like in my mind this timer is way tighter than it actually is.
You can donate one or all of your vital organs to the Aperture Science
Self-esteem fund for girls. Yeah, I always remember that timer as being way tighter than it actually is, which allows me to circle back to my earlier point about one's skill at video games and about being a dumb kid who is not good at video games and not realizing that you are no longer a dumb kid and therefore not that bad at video games anymore. I feel very bad at self-assessing my skill at video games. Alright, turret room.
The appropriate chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been replaced with a live fire course designed for military androids. The enrichment center...
You know you're not good at video games, but that doesn't stop me. I think the thing is you're not even that bad at video games. I know I'm not as bad at video games as I think I am. There are definitely some video games I'm not good at. Edgy phase of videos going around making fun of influencers who are really bad at Portal 2. People still do that shit. Whoa, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. You're the worst at video games? I don't think that's true, Adam. You good at video games? I'm not good at video games. Last time I fired up my Sega, I made it a waffle. 3,000 point games in Game & Watch today? Hell yeah. Game & Watching out of your gourd. Absolutely terrible and dog shit at video games. Lie. Yeah, no, you all are all excellent at video games, I'm sure. Might not have saved you to Mr. Shenanigans. That's okay. We'll know in your heart that we're good at Game & Watch. Hey! Get out of here. Ooh, don't do that. He's Mr. Shenanigans. It's my father. Yeah, Portal 2 runs right up against the sort of limits of its length. Might go on a tiny bit long. Yeah. You'll have to play the Portal games again. You don't want to miss out on the voices and music, right? Because you haven't got the setup. The voice work is a phenomenal part of all these games. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, if Portal 2 was much longer, it would have been a little bit of a drag. Part that always feels like a slog to you is when you're climbing up out of the vault back to the present day. I think by far the weakest part of the game, and I think it's very funny that it's the weakest part of the game because it's ostensibly the new mechanic. Ow, I'm not doing this optimally. I forget how I'm really supposed to do this segment.
put me down.
Like this. Chell is surprisingly bullet resistant. Alright, there's a room full of cubes in here that I was probably supposed to use. You don't know how that part's your favorite? I think the writing in the vault segment is very funny, especially as someone who again was really into looking into the old you know, the deep lore of Portal 1, learning about the history of aperture science and seeing that actually reflected in a video game.
Well done, Android.
Sound like climbing out of the vault? Yeah.
Once again reminds you that Android
Hell is a real place.
Where you will be sent at the first sign of defiance.
But the gel segments are all fine. I think the conversion gel is both confusing and also just not a very good mechanic. Welcome in, Kevok. You haven't missed V. That'll be after this. The infamous weighted companion cube. Yeah, the conversion gel is just sprayed everywhere. It feels the most like...
Please take care of it.
One of the complaints that I have heard and do agree with somewhat. It's the letter V 6 times, Adam, I'm sorry.
Perceiving inanimate objects as alive and hallucinations. The enrichment
hang on.
reminds you that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak.
One of the complaints yeah, I'm sorry, Adam. One of the complaints I have heard and do feel is warranted with Portal 2 is it feels a little bit more... Yeah, thanks, Kev. That's how you remember. It's the URL is letter V 6 times. One of the warranted complaints I heard about Portal 2 is it is not... Sometimes it's a little... Like, look at this room. You can place a portal on all these surfaces. Most of these surfaces you are not ever required to place a portal on in line of this solution. Portal 2 sometimes has the problem where it's like, oh, you place the portal on the square that the portal goes on. Like, by nature of trying to not overwhelm you with choice, it can be a little bit railroady, a bit more into the timing puzzles, yeah. And there's timing puzzles in here. Sometimes the puzzle is finding the angle rather than solving the puzzle. Yeah, I think that is a fair... Whoops, hang on. Do you even know this bit is back here? This bit you don't really ever pay attention to in here. This portal go? That's right, it goes on the square hole. Exactly. I think that's a fair criticism of some of Portal 2's puzzles. But what was I going to say? I've lost my original actual point on here. Yeah, portal goes on the square hole, but time it fast enough we have to do it again. I have forgotten entirely what I need to be doing in this room, especially in the combined blue and orange gel rooms. Yeah. That was my point. My point was the conversion gel has kind of the opposite problem, where you are just really spraying it everywhere to brute force the solution, and by simply making it so that you can place a portal wherever you will need to eventually. Hang on. I can just place a portal up here, and then here, and that's one of the things I need, Dan. You need to be thinking with portals, exactly. There we go. Room with a button. Favorite part of the vault is the last part before you get back out and see what happened. Part where all three gels come into play. Yeah, I don't know. The conversion gel, I don't I didn't love the conversion gel because, again, I just felt like it was spray and pray more than actually solving puzzles for me at that point. Playing with the conversion gel and the map maker was fun because it made you realize, oh, I don't want to play anyone else's maps. Also gave us a space core, so you can say it's good or bad. Space core was fun. Space core was fun, it was funny. I think... yeah, the conversion gel is also thankfully a very brief part of the game also, so it's not too bad in that fashion. A neat idea that, yeah, wasn't really baked fully. The thing with the space core is, obviously, you know, I loved the space core at the time because that's just good humor. I think the adventure core is funnier in retrospect. I think the adventure core is funniest possible use of Nolan North. I think the fact core is also very funny. I think the space core is maybe actually the least funny of the 3 personality cores at the end of Portal 2.
The Enrichment Center urges you to disregard this advice.
Like, the space core is fine, but it seems like it's very transparently like the one that is there to be the meme. Which is fine. That's a valid writing choice. But, you know, which one did they put in Skyrim? I hope that was the adventure core that they put in Skyrim. I think that would have been the best joke. There. First base when it's you, understandable, Koja. Yeah, of course, just hey, how you doing? It is good when it's Koja, exactly. It was voiced by Nolan North, I believe, was the voice of the Adventure Sphere, which is also just a good, solid meta joke. Very funny voice casting. What was I saying? It'll come back to me. Yeah, the space core's funny, but again, I think the cores are funnier to me. I think Portal 2's writing is very good. What were the cores in the original? In Portal 1, there was the cake recipe core, of course. Because, you know, of course there would be. Which, you know, reels off in a very flat deadpan a variety of... One just says pie. I forget. Yeah, the fish core that also knows, yes, this strangely fish-obsessed cake recipe core. I'll make sure you hear your favorite line in the boss fight, right? I don't know which one your favorite line is, but I can drag out the boss fight if we want to hear some of that dialogue. Where did I leave my cube? Here, I guess. Whoops. Whoa, please don't disintegrate me. No disintegrations. Oh, it's mine too. It's, hello. Yeah, okay, yep. No, you're right. We'll hear that one. Then there's the anger core, of course, which is just snarling and slobbering. And the curiosity core. Oh, what's that? What's over there? Oh, what's in here? Yeah, those are the main ones: the curiosity core, the anger core, and the cake core. Yeah, you're thinking of the defective turrets. Yeah, there's one of those. Says has just reeling off digits of pi. How you doing? Yeah, that's in that's Portal 2. Yeah, that was also a good bit. Right, upwards and onwards. Whoa, very disoriented. Whoops. Yeah, as I said, I was obsessed with the writing in this game. at the time that it came out. I
You did it.
was
The
obsessed.
weighted
I
companion
did it.
cube certainly brought you good luck.
Yeah, ThinkGeek's just gone now.
It cannot
And all they do is sell
accompany you for the
Funkos.
rest of
Yeah.
the test and, unfortunately, must be euthanized.
No.
Please escort your companion cube to the Aperture Science Emergency Intelligence
There's a very good,
Incinerator.
very good foreshadowing that they refer to this as the Emergency Intelligence Incinerator. Extremely funny tutorializing.
Euthanized your faithful companion cube more quickly than any test subject on record.
Did I ever play any Portal 2 user-made test chambers? You love that editor so much. I don't think I ever did. I know Leah, as she was saying, spent a lot of time with that. I think she did threaten to try some co-op levels with me, but I don't know if we ever actually got out of the vanilla co-op campaign. Oh, I forgot about Wheel of Finals, yeah. Bought an alarm clock and a spatula set from ThinkGeek. Spatula City. I don't think I ever bought anything from ThinkGeek. I remember looking at them at the time and going, yep, this sure is just a lot of weird nerd crap. Even though I was in the market for weird nerd crap at the time, I was like, yep, I can get a plush companion cube, I can get a bacon flavored caffeine shampoo. Yeah, very much handstands. Early 2000s was the computer shirts, right? You know what? Do Valve still have their own internal merch store anymore? Landlord Cat's water from an Aperture Science mug today? Hell yeah. Got the caffeine shampoo too, but not the bacon flavored. I don't remember if they specifically had a bacon flavored caffeine shampoo. That's just in my brain if I combined the aggregate ThinkGeek product in my mind, it's that. For Fans by Fans is gone. Wasn't that there? I feel like there were 2 iterations of the Valve store. Oops, hello, I've fallen into the gunk. Oh, they definitely had bacon soap. Headcrab hats may not be as marketable as Team Decks and Vives, or just indexes. Yeah, maybe not. I do like, I've always found it goofy that the subtitle here that says first you will be baked garbled cake, when there is no garbling in the audio. You can very clearly hear us say first you will be baked, then there will be cake. There is no ambiguity. There is no possibility that she was saying something else. Maybe they just forgot to apply the vocal effect. Also, here's the first really obvious Ratman cage. Obviously, there's a few in prior zones, but this one you don't even have to hide. Not never, but now, and courage is not the absence of fear. They had a set of, speaking of desktop customizations, they had a set of Portal wallpapers that I used for a very long time. They were just, I really liked them because they were very clean. Like they were just the, you know, like Aperture off-white with little some of these little slogans and icons in the corner. I thought they were very tasteful. What, Dota Nendoroids at one point from the 4 Fans 5 Fans store. Fascinating. I never actually bought anything from any incarnation of the Valve store, but I do remember their Meet the Sandwich t-shirt, I think. And the copy on the store page for that, which amused me greatly. It's I forget the exact wording, but it's something along the lines of the final script for the Meet the Sandwich short was cut down greatly from the original script treatment which was presented, which was just the the first half of the movie Roadhouse, followed by the entire movie Predator, followed by the second half of the movie Roadhouse. Which is a good bit. Very good bit, IMO. Now we need to fling ourselves. Oh, I hear turrets deploying in the next room. But yeah, I definitely thought about wanting to buy some of that early, some of that Portal 2 era Valve merch, but never did because at that time I did not have my own credit card. When I pre-ordered Portal 2, I gave money to a friend of mine to gift it to me on Steam. Man, you know what was good about those good old days? Not to talk about things that aren't video games. But in that era, that was the glorious days when the Australian dollar was roughly at parity with the US dollar, if not over. Oh, for those glory days. Oh, for... Like, it doesn't even have to be over. I would settle for it just being at least near it and not 60 cents on the dollar. It's really a real bummer. Yeah, remembering pre-2008 when the British pound was $2 US. Yeah, woof. Canadian dollar's rough. Thank you for the clip, Lilith. Not into the gunk. It burns. Wait. Hang on. Got you handle some of the scales, mates, that we'll have fine? Yeah, right. I've never accumulated that many video game plushes and things of that nature. Low on plush merch. The only merch plushes I have are the Had It For Boyfriend plush run that they kickstarted. Which I have a number of those birds. Because that happened to hit me at the right time in my life where I had a lot of disposable income and a bird obsession. Might have had a card, but you were at minimum wage working through college levels of discretionary funds. Also understandable. Not really able to spare such frivolities. Remember when you got more than £1 for €1? Yeah. Oh, the economy is in shambles. Not a thing haver these days except gadgets, and you're ditching the gadgets over time. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like since moving into my own place, I've become more interested in being a thing haver, but also less financially responsible, or more financially responsible, less able to be financially irresponsible when it comes to thing having. I'm completely forgetting where I need to be going next in my adventure here. Also, this is really chopping up. My computer, please. This is a video game from 16 years ago. You can handle this. Alright, that's what I need to be doing, is I need to be opening this up. Oop. Into the gunk again. Don't know what to do with things you have. You look at them and go, yep, that's the thing I have. Yeah, I do have a little bit of a stack of those happening, unfortunately. Okay. Getting gunky, exactly. My gunk is plenty ill already. Usually do shirts, legally obligated to wear something, so may as well have that, yeah. Honestly, haven't bought a shirt in a while, and I'm noticing it a little bit. How many clothes do not call clothes things? It's a different category. My shirt rotation. It's been a while since I invested in some dork shirts. What does that do? I've completely forgotten. Alright, that's what that does. Ah, I beefed it! Not entirely, though. I can still escape. I haven't bought a shirt in a minute. Christmas shopping's been a fun reminder of how much shirts are overcharged. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, is especially with the weak Australian dollar, it is very hard for me to justify buying t-shirts that will run me, you know, after shipping upwards of $50 for one t-shirt. Bought a new shirt the other day. It was Karnov related. Is that the Sonic Adventure styled Karnov shirt? That one kicks ass. It is, yeah. That's a good one. Man, that timer is too tight for me while I'm not paying a whole lot of attention to video game right here. Need to make more shirts in tall sizes. Yeah, stuff just shrinks so much. I have not had a shirt shrinkage problem, but that's because I cold wash and line dry all of my shirts. But yeah, it would be nice if they ran a little longer, some of them. But yes, no, very hard to justify paying $50 for one shirt, no matter how cool the shirt may be. There we go. Wine dry, no line. Line. I don't actually line dry. I dry them all inside because I don't have yard space to do it. But yes, if you have temperatures that are regularly below freezing, it does make it more difficult to do that with your clothes. Welcome in, Sheriff, by the way. Hope you're having a wonderful time zone. We're spending longer than we probably should on this particular room in Portal. Where do I put this crap? Wait, I'm supposed to take this cube back with me. And I need to open that back up. That's what I need to do. But I only have one room left after this, exactly. He also heard wine dry and was like, I'd like to try a sip of that. Don't usually like dry wine. That's fair on both counts. Whoa! Thank you so much for the gift to Gamma Chris, an anonymous gifter. Please enjoy your subs, Chris. Subs? Enjoy your emotes. That's the thing that you will enjoy. Thank you so much. Really, always... Is it rude to say baffled by generosity? People are kind of weird about line drying inside, lots of mold worries. Look, to them I say, just get a column fan. Yeah, enjoy your hoagie to the channel. Line drying big sheets outside is rough. Honestly, when I'm drying sheets is the one time that I super wish that I actually had the capability to dry stuff outside. But yeah, I can imagine you want to have it pegged on pretty severely. I got a wire rack and dry shirts by hanging. Yeah, same, Adam. That's how I get it done. Whoa, new emote. Yes, welcome in, Pyromance. Technically kind of an old emote. I at one point had introduced it in lieu of the Zero Ranger 1-Up orange, but at that time I only had one animated emote slot to work with. Now I have 10 animated emote slots to work with, and I don't even begin to know how I'm going to start handling that. So I thought, well, I've already got this uploaded, I may as well throw it in there. I will take a moment to plug the original author of the incredible animation that is being used. I did not create that emote from scratch. I did borrow it from this fabulous animation. So I think credit where credit is due on that one. But in the meantime, until I can find 9 other animations to fill the emote slots, it can have a brief lease on life. Ooh. One of your emotes just got approved? Hell yeah. Is it the it is a mystery one? I really liked when I saw that one. Yes, hell yes. What a good emote. Duvet tech? Wait, sorry everyone. I forgot. Where do I need to... This room is rough. Far out. Oh. Oh, please stop turning me around. I'm sorry to anyone who may suffer from motion sickness.
Well done.
Oh, thank God.
Be advised that the next test
You do this all the time playing Portal? Yeah. It is a definite risk. Welcome in, Floppable.
Under certain conditions. For more information, please attend an Enrichment Center Electrical Safety Seminar.
Usually I'm pretty good about it, but thank you for the hydration reminder. But it is specifically when it's the ground-to-ground ones that the game can reorient you quite vigorously.
Welcome
19.
to the final test. When you
Final
are done,
test.
you will drop the device in the Equipment Recovery Annex.
The safety advice right before chamber 19. Look.
Require both hands to be empty before any cake.
It requires both hands to be empty. Very funny. So the bit here is that obviously you have to do that. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Ah! Okay, well, safe at least. I feel like I had a train of thought going that I've completely lost. That's okay. Maybe it was emote related. Probably was. I got a lot of emote slots to fill now. Is it that? Yes. Exactly that. Yes, do exactly that. Wait. No kill. No kill. I have a lot of animated emote slots to fill, so I need to brainstorm great ideas for emotes, and then I need to somehow get those emotes created by either through my own effort or through the conveyance of money to artists. Good emotes, one and all. Now I've got a moment to think. I've had a few ideas for emotes that I might want to get done. I want to get a glasses related emote. Learn basic gift sequencing on your own, it's been fun. Yeah, I've certainly had experience messing around with animated GIFs in my time. I've spent a very long time. Ooh, cake!
The test is now over.
Oh, that looks fun.
Technologies remain safely operational up to 4,000 degrees.
That's a lot of degrees.
Rest assured that there is absolutely no chance of a dangerous equipment.
Not good art, but you make it. Yeah. Look, sometimes it's just fun to have a mess around.
Computer-aided enrichment activity.
This looks like burning and not cake. Guess what other game I cheated in and learned what God mode was? This segment isn't actually that hard. Ah! Unless you fall into the death fire like this. Good use of emote there, Leah. Took you an embarrassing long amount of time to learn how to not die. It's not I mean, it's fairly obvious, but not immediately obvious. We are pleased that you made it through the final challenge. We pretended we were going to murder you.
We are very
You only had this game on PS3, so you had to learn the controller cheats. Now that's
throwing a party in honor
a blast
of
from the
your
past.
tremendous success. Place the device on the ground, then lie on your stomach with your arms at your sides.
Assume the party escort submission position.
To collect you for your party. Make no further attempt to leave the testing area. Assume the party escort submission position or you will miss the party.
Played on a MacBook trackpad back in the day. Yeah, playing a game like this on the on a trackpad seems like it would be a rough time. Man, busted ass stat. I don't think that's OSHA compliant. Wish you had a better headspace for making emotes. Could you just be stubborn and make your own? I wish I had the capacity. The only one you drew yourself is that one. That's a really good one, to be fair. And big, technically, that's also a really good one, even if it is traced. Yeah, the stairs just breaking the instant you touch them is a very good touch. Anyway, we're now in the escape sequence of this video game. That's one you did yourself? Excellent work, Adam. Hi, Ikio. Hope you're well. Ah! I can feel you here. Weird. Weird thing to say, but okay. And that one. Literally your Dark Adam? Hell yeah. Wait, what does this say? This equipment starts and stops automatically. Oh, that's a legitimate health and safety message. Kinda want to draw another MS Paint emote. I really do love Gamma C MS Paint. If you could do an updated version of that for your new model, that would be a powerful addition to your collection. Subaru is a good boy, and so is his brother Bucket. Those are good names for ducks. You'd love to get a thing from Lena, but you have to save a lot of money. I think that commissioning art from Lena is an excellent use of money if you've got it to spare, but also I completely understand if it's not within your, again, your discretionary funding allowance at the moment. Door's locked. So this is broadly speaking the second half of the video game. And this is where they take all the tutorialization guardrails off. They say, figure it out yourself, jackass. No, I mean, they do still cleverly design the levels so that you are roughly guided in the directions that you need to go. Like, hey, there's this going this way. Hello, Ramses, welcome in. Come on. Oops, I donked. Donked it. Yeah, the guardrails are literally falling off in these cases. I do love the, yes, the corporate jargonization of all of the, is this where I even wanted to go? Did I come from over this way? I think I may have, actually. No, this is the way I'm going. Save up for Magfest and a possible live 2D. Yeah. No, I think getting commissions is cool. I think there's nothing cooler than paying money to I probably didn't need to do the thing I just did I? Which way am I going? I'm all turned around. They took the guardrails off and it was not good for me. Paying artists where possible kicks ass, but I do understand that not everyone has the funds available to do so. Have someone in mind, depends if they want to come on live 2D. Yeah, well, always worth asking. Hey look, remember these levels? Classic. Dollars and cents competing with Black Mesa. These are fun. It's fucking corporate, There's lore in this game connecting it to the Half-Life games that they kind of gave up on, as far as I can tell. Yeah, it also takes you through the back rooms and you realize that there's no one there, it's just GLaDOS here. I love buying stuff off Bandcamp, but it's a shame that's not in good hands. Yeah, look, I mean, Bandcamp, I still recommend supporting artists through it. It is still the best deal that they've got going. Portal 2 still had the Borealis dry dock, yeah, but they toned way back on it. I think possibly because they realized that they were never going to put out Half-Life Episode 3. I still would highly recommend buying stuff off Bandcamp. If you save it till Bandcamp Fridays, which still seem to be ongoing, then you can at least be comforted knowing that they put it, you know, that the money goes to the artists and not to whatever corporate scumsuckers own the platform now. What if they already released episode 3? I mean, there was both the now infamous was it Mark Laidlaw post? That was a plot draft he had with the name scrubbed off. Yeah, Epistle 3. Which I don't know. Half-Life 3 / episode 3 is... Why am I so stuck? I feel like I feel really dumb. Not being able to figure this out. I came from there. I need to go here. Ah. I've played this game so many times. That was the whole point of me playing this game. Is that I've played this game so many times, and yet I still completely forget what is the actual place I need to be going here. No, obviously that is where I came from on both sides. Been there, been there. Wait, do I need to continue in that direction? Am I stupid? I'm not stupid, but no. It's full life consequences free, man. Not enough. Exactly. Wait. Yes, this is where I came from. Pants were dead. Yeah, they take the guardrails off, but there's still helpful things here. The chair thing you have to do. I don't know. It is a good day to do what has to be done by me. That is not the correct portal for me to have moved. Come on. Let me up. Okay, I'm up. It's success.
You haven't escaped, you know. You're not even going the right way.
Hey guys, did you know that the cake is a lie? You have no idea how you're up? Yeah, me either, honestly. Tubes. Whoop. You don't talk enough about how Quarter Life Halfway to Destruction is a good title because it's not 2008 anymore.
It's over now. You win. Go back to the recovery annex for your cake. It was a fun test, and we're all impressed at how much you won. The test is over. Come
We're
back.
all impressed at how much you won. Again, I think the writing in this game is still fantastic, no matter how many times I've heard all these lines, no matter how many times I repeated them. Can I get out of there? Can I please jump out? Thank you. And I have heard them very many times. You can jump out? Apparently you can. I don't know if I can recommend it, but it's possible. I think the writing is still really good. In both this and the second Portal. You can do that, now you know. We're all learning something here today. I do think that is maybe one of the strongest parts of Portal 2, is that it does manage to stick the landing on the writing, which is almost as hard an ask as sticking the landing on the puzzles relative to the first game. Ooh, offloading, oof. I already said that. Going where you think you're going. That's where I just came from, okay. I think Portal 2's writing is fantastic still. I think the evolution of the GLaDOS-Chell relationship is really well done. Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Eli was so outraged when Kleiner suggested they find aperture technology to defeat the Combine, saying it would be catastrophic. Then Portal 2 came out a few years later, and the place was basically Acme Corporation with Madness Men and homicidal robots. Yeah, Eli was right. Portal 2 definitely did dial up the cartoonish... The more cartoonish aspects of Aperture's buffoonery. I mean, there were definitely some goofy bits and pieces of lore in the backstory, such as Aperture Science's earliest defense contracts being including poisoned shower, because Aperture Science originally started as a shower curtain manufacturer, you know, as you would, hence the name Aperture Science. What is a shower curtain but an aperture into your shower? There's an offhand bit about them engineering an assassination with a poisoned shower curtain, mercury lined shower curtain, as a defense contract. Very goofy. What are we doing in here? Not getting mushed, hopefully. Doing exactly that. Wait, is this where I want to be? I've forgotten entirely. It's just TF2 comics levels of logic, yeah. No, they definitely hard led into the silliness with Portal 2. Yeah, but you got all those CI contracts for Steel Castra, exactly. Where do I want to go from here? How am I forgetting? Am I just going this way? Am I just falling back down here? Probably, right? Yes.
Didn't we have some fun, though? Remember when the plan
Classic.
was sliding into the fire pit and I said goodbye, and you were like, no word. And then I was off. We pretended we were going to murder you. That was great.
Good lines.
Is anyone there?
I do like also the voice treatment on the Chell impression. Like, whoa. Very funny. They kept a bunch of the cut Cave Johnson lines for the Aperture Desk Simulator. That's just good. That's just good asset use. Oops. I don't know what my plan was there. Did you mean it's continuing the gift sub you got from Espowife? Thank you so much. Your generosity is extremely appreciated. Ah! Well, we get to hear this great line again. I need to do that. I want to say from the developer commentary that this particular interaction right here was like a weird edge case that they had to program around. Whoops. The bottom surface to bottom surface portal was something that they had particular trouble with implementing. Which I can imagine being the case when you just think about it from like a how is a physics engine which is not designed to have holes put in the world going to deal with this concept? Bottom surface to bottom surface communication. Thank you, Kev. Great. Exactly. And so they were both bottoms. I've lost my train of thought again. I need to set up like automatic captions so I can just have a window somewhere with a running transcript. Thanks, Lilith. That's more bottom communication right there. I need to set up automatic captions with just like a window that just has a running transcript so that when I lose my train of thought, I can just look up at what I was saying like 5 minutes ago and try and remember it. Ah! Whoops. I should probably be doing it from over there, huh? That seems more effective. Oh, bollocks. I've fallen down too far. Kill. Please respawn me up higher. See, there we... No. Yeah. Wait. Yes. I'm like, is that where I want to be respawned? Yes. I was talking about bottom to bottom teleportation. Yeah, I bet I was. I don't really have any follow-up note to that. I think I have said my piece that that's something I remember they had trouble with. Wow, thanks for observing that, GLaDOS. You know where also wasn't safe for me? The fire pit. That also seemed unsafe, to be frank. Up there. Woohoo. Okay. Pull down here. Wait. Yes. Yes, here. I feel sorry for you, really, because you're not even in the right place. When you think about it. Oh boy. I think I was saying nice things about Portal 2's writing and the development of the GLaDOS-Chell relationship, such as it were. In which it is straight up toxic Yuri. Much more explicitly so than it ever is in this game. Thought that said transportation. That's also something we should be looking into. Leaving Mel out of it. Whoa! Oh, I'm being dropped into the room of turrets. Did someone say toxic Yuri? Incredible first time chat, thank you.
I don't blame you.
Yes, welcome in, Erilyn.
Okay.
Gun. Thank you for the follow. Did I knock you over sufficiently? Apparently not. Toxic Yuri tag on Steam. I don't think they offer that tag on Steam, unfortunately. But they should specifically so you can apply it to Portal 2.
Critical error.
Obviously, nothing... Cowardice IMO? Yeah, true. They should always be offering this option to you. How about on stream? We might have to sacrifice the Dark Mills tag for that. I don't know if that's something you're willing to do, Leah. Let me out. Let me up all the way out there. Evil Mills and Toxic Yuri is a really good combination. God.
Good people don't end up here. Can you hear me?
Good line. I do think a lot of the GLaDOS dialogue in the back of Aperture Science here is fantastic. You're not a good person. Good people don't end up here. It's just such a thing to say.
Hey.
Hey.
No hard feelings.
No hard feelings. Okay, is the deed done? I can't look right now. I'm very busy gaming, obviously. Over here? Not in here. Yeah, thank you. Your tireless service is appreciated. Up. Which way? Up here? Over here, it says? Here? Here? Question mark? Like when you clear a stage in Jackal for the NES, but don't. Didn't rescue any POW when you died? Did not get the 1cc? Today you learned there was a Bill Nye PC game. Somehow didn't notice Evil Mills down there until now. Great tag, thank you. I feel like all my tags are very well, the educational tag goes with Pestilential Yuri, Evil Mills, and Catgirl. Streamed educating you about the dangers of catgirls and MILFs. I don't know about dangers, but I'm certainly trying to educate you all. Has anyone discovered me through the Evil Mills tag? Sadly, I think my discovery ratings on the Evil Mills tag are not great. I have had surprising amounts of view and click through from the Divorced tag, which I think is from all you being memers out there. I think you may have artificially inflated those statistics. I have had at least one click from the regular MILF tag, I believe. This is your brain on Catgirl MILF. Exactly. I'm always saying this.
This is your fault. It didn't have to be like this. I'm not kidding.
Look at this
now.
straight up
Turn
gibberish.
back or I will kill you.
Wow, the gloves are off. She
I'm
will
going to
kill me.
you, and all the cake is gone. You don't even care, do you?
You were unsure at first, but at the end you think the custom tag system is brilliant. I think there are some... They biffed the implementation a little bit, but I think it is a net positive. Have custom tags only been this year? It might have only been this year. It feels like it's been a while though, doesn't it? Yeah. Still proud of Shambles Gaming. That's a good tag. I don't think there's any GameCube in here. I don't think there's any game code, but you can actually see in here some of the cake recipe from the cake core. You can see some packaged chocolate cake mix, granulated sugar, baking powders, fish-shaped candies. What else have we got in here? Don't forget garnishes such as fish-shaped crackers, fish-shaped candies, fish-shaped dirt. Yeah, I think they were completely biffed and thus are entirely for the meme value. Yeah, I don't know how much good they're actually doing for discoverability, and maybe are actively detrimental to discoverability, but GameCube assets were never used, but they were left in the game files. Yeah, sediment-shaped sediment, that's it. I forgot. I hope you can get your package still, Lilith. Sorry if you missed it. Hope you got a good... Anything exciting in that package? This is the direction I'm supposed to be going. So I can get shot at by this turret. Sediment-shaped sediment. Hey! Rocket launcher. 26 tags from Fuzzy. Click Fuzzy, get Adam. 6 from Beard. Nice. So it's something from your old house and you have to go 45 miles across the city to get it, and you think you know what it is and you're mad about it? That sucks. The pain. What do I need to do here? Break this window. Stop automatically closing doors. Stay open for me, gosh dang you. Please don't fire a rocket in my face. Minutes, actually. I guess most people don't talk about distance in time measures. I mean, I was thrown a little because I feel like most people don't abbreviate miles to just M. That would be meters, typically. So, just a lot of confusion in general about what the exact meaning was there. Please don't fire a rocket in my face. You thought it was meters? See, I thought if it was meters, then it would really not at all be a big deal. And also, if that was the case, then clearly Hictor has only moved literally next door. It's a small town, exactly. 45 meters is a British too far to visit family distance, yeah. 45 minutes, on the other hand, I could believe, as a too far to visit family distance. Let me carefully make my way down here with portal and not... Thought it being so close was the joke. Yeah, I debated it. If it was family, 5 minutes is too far to visit. I understand that. The regional thing, yeah. Oof, oof, the loading, oof. I thought this was on my SSD, oof. There's only so much you can do. Was it great? Into the sewer all filled with crud and sludge. Do you ever think about how satisfying the portal sounds are? The sound design is fantastic. Why can't I jump out of the sludge? I'm too gooped up to jump. That's my favorite Dead Kennedys song. Thank you for booing me. Okay, let's get back in the sewer. I don't want to be out here where everything's shooting at me at once. Ah! Uh-oh. Exactly. Wait, this is already the one I did. Sandshrew, get back. But yes, I think it's interesting that you don't get any of the Toxic Yuri vibes in Portal 1 here. Like, the writing is still good, but like, the Toxic Yuri is something that that GLaDOS has really had time to stew on. She's really had time to think about the woman who did this to her and her feelings on that. It was arriving today, but the tracking thing broke and you thought it'd come another day, but no, and it said delivered. Huh. Well, hopefully it's at least is delivered and that you're not, they didn't do a sorry we missed you and leave you out to dry there. With a tiny bit, they're not even mad. Yeah, it's different. Well, she still has the morality core installed, ostensibly, at this point, even though she does straight up threaten to kill you directly. Outside to get it? Nice. What is the package, if I may ask, if you want to share? Curious. What you got? Yeah, killing one person, fine. It's killing the entire center is immoral. Exactly. Nope. Nope. Malfunction. Hey, stop doing that! Puzzle you're not supposed to open until Christmas. Oh, fair enough. Early present. Well, as I was saying earlier, it's not long now. It's 2 weeks away. If that. Call you crazy, but you think the entire center is also kill. Well, that was why they installed the morality core. After she flooded the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin, to stop her from flooding the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin. So get comfortable while she warms up the neurotoxin emitters. Christmas, just 2 weeks away. Danger! High voltage! Please excuse my electric 6. Case study, genetic life form and disk operating system. Sorry. I want to wait for that slide to come back around. That was a good stuff. That was pretty spot on. Thank you. Come on, roll the slide. We've seen these. Zoom into it. Does Portal have a zoom button? I forget if Portal has a zoom button. I don't think Portal 1 has a zoom button. I know 2 does. Yeah, I think 1 might not. Computer. Enhance. Web conferencing wasn't big yet. Yeah, exactly. Ha ha ha. Case study, genetic lifeform and disk operating system. Here, Black Mesa FSI proposal. Costly. Black Mesa personnel overpaid given limited skill set / ambition. Design inhibits ice, nothing more. Inhibits ice, but is also a fully functional disk operating system, arguably alive. Very good. Caution, wear your respirator. Yeah, fuel system de-icer and disk operating system. Less experienced as a perk. Look, we're not those Black Mesa fat cats getting complacent. They make some compelling points. Let's hear them out. It does seem that this game has taken me a little more than an hour to play, but look at this slideshow up there. There's some cakes in there. Lots of cakes in there, actually.
Found me. Congratulations. Was it worth it?
Hello,
Because
ma'am.
Despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart. Maybe you could settle for that, and we'll just call it a day. I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4. Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What is that? It's not the surprise.
Yeah, she's so much smaller than the
Never mind. It's a mystery I'll solve later. By myself.
aspect of her that comes down into. That you do still see the bound human figure. Somehow. Time out for a second. That thing's not the surprise. I've never seen it before. GLaDOS would put invented the Torment Nexus on her resume.
Think I'm trying to trick you with reverse psychology? I mean, seriously now.
Seriously now.
Okay, fine. Do touch it. Pick it up and just stuff it back into me.
Well,
Let's be honest.
excuse me,
Neither
if
one
you
of us
insist,
knows what that
ma'am.
thing does. Just put it in the corner, and I'll deal with it later.
Okay.
Where are you taking that thing?
To the corner, like you
That thing's
said.
Probably some kind of raw sewage container. Go ahead and rub your face all over it.
She's so snappy in this.
Maybe you should marry that thing since you love it so much. Do you want to marry it? Well, I won't let you. How does that feel?
Classics. I could just sit here and listen to GLaDOS's voice lines until she runs out of them.
I mean, in this room, trust me, leave that thing alone.
I mean, in this room? They really pulled out the stops for this room's dialogue.
I'm being serious now. That crazy thing is not part of any test protocol. Just ignore that thing and stand still.
That's the emote limit increase, because now you can get both best of both blushes. Getting the most out of Ellen McLean. She does so well.
It's important. Why don't I know about it?
Excellent casting choice. Very good at both the mechanical deadpan and what comes after as well.
I'll tell you what that thing isn't. It isn't yours, so leave it alone.
I don't think there's many more lines from her. First, good news.
Are you even listening to me?
Yes, I am, actually. I'm always listening to women. I'm listening to and respecting women. Welcome in, Rachel. We are in the end game of Portal 1.
Aperture science thing, we don't know what it does, into
I also love the treatment of Aperture Science thing, we don't know what it does, as the official name. Also, I love this subtitle tag as well.
Good news. I figured
Smoother, seductive, less computerized.
it was a morality core they installed.
But I hope you're having a lovely time zone, Rachel.
Deadly neurotoxin to make me stop flooding the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin. So get comfortable while I warm up the neurotoxin emitters.
Wow, fart gas.
I may have had some ancillary responsibilities. I can't shut off the turret defenses. Oh well. If you want my advice, you should just lie down in front of a rocket. Trust me, it'll be a lot less painful than
And a deadly neurotoxin to you, exactly. You love her? Yeah.
Keep doing whatever it is you think you're doing.
Keep doing.
You and giving you good advice aren't mutually exclusive. The rocket really is the way to go. That thing you burned up isn't important to me. It's the fluid catalytic cracking unit. It makes shoes for orphans. Nice job breaking it, hero.
Hey, it's that famous line.
This isn't brave. It's murder. What did I ever do to you?
Something weirdly comforting about GLaDOS despite everything. The difference between us is that I can feel pain. Incredible. Look, she's a straight shooter and you've got to respect that. You know, if nothing else, she is very open about
Are you listening?
about what she intends to do. You really like these games? They're phenomenal games. I love them both very much. I also love GLaDOS. I am having a shocking amount of difficulty actually landing this rocket for some reason. I should probably stop trying to shoot her from below and shoot her from above? Question mark? Well, that's up too high for sure.
What was that? Did you say something?
Please.
I really hope you weren't expecting a
Ma'am.
response, because I'm not talking to you. The talking is over.
The talking is over. Well, this is embarrassing. There we go. Finally landed a shot. Wow, I've used up like half of the time I have to do this boss fight. Oh no. Which core is this? Oh, this is the Curiosity core.
What's that? What's that?
That. Oh, that.
Oh, that thing has numbers on it. Hey, look at that thing. No,
That other thing.
No, what's wrong with your legs?
What's wrong with your legs?
Are you coming back?
I mean, she's referring to the,
Lady from the test. Hi. What's that noise? Is that a gun? Where are we going?
referring to the Aperture long fall boots.
What's in here?
I think so much about, ooh, what's in here? I do that delivery all the time.
Smell something burning.
Do you smell something burning?
You're doing some damage.
2 + 2 is
In base 4, I'm fine.
I let you survive this long because I was curious about your behavior. Well,
Said hedgehog stew.
destroy that part of me. Unfortunately, as much as I'd love to now, I can't get the neurotoxin into your
SSSSS squad.
And every opportunity to succeed. There
Took
was
you
a
so long to figure it out. Yeah.
A big party that all your
Friends were invited to.
I invited your best friend, the companion cube. Of course, he couldn't come because you murdered him. All your other friends couldn't come either because you don't have any other friends because of how unlikable you are. It says
Where did
so
that
right
call
here
go?
in your personnel file. Unlikable.
Alright, it's up there.
Liked by no one. A bitter, unlikable loner whose passing shall not be mourned. Shall not be mourned. That's exactly what it says.
Very formal.
Formal.
Very official.
Official. It
Didn't know
also
about numeric bases.
so that's funny too.
Yeah, it doesn't come up much in,
Speaking of curious,
it also says you're an orphan.
curious about what happens after you die, right? Guess what? I know. You're going to find out firsthand before I finish explaining it, though, so I will.
I forgot about that
Here's a
one.
hint. You're gonna want to pick as much looting as you can.
I know what happens to you after you die, but I'm not going to waste time telling you because you're about to experience firsthand. Hey, you already said that line.
Cracking unit. It makes shoes for orphans. Neurotoxin.
So deadly.
Joking.
I'm kidding.
When I said deadly neurotoxin, the deadly was in massive sarcasm quote. I could take my odds. Honestly, it's not deadly at all.
To me.
You, on the other hand, are going to find its deadliness a lot less funny. Who's gonna make the cake when I'm gone?
There's no wrong answers, but I have incredible taste in regards to favorite lines from this game. Thank you.
Wasting your time. And believe me, you don't have a whole lot left to waste.
That's true, I don't have a whole lot less to waste.
Survival. Well then, the last thing you want to do is hurt me. I have your brain scanned and permanently backed up in case something terrible happens to you.
Which you're about
Just
to.
a bit too. Don't believe me? Here, I'll put you on. That's you. That's how dumb you sound. You did more
That's mine and Leah's
than
favorite.
you've ever done, including this thing.
Don't believe me? I'll put you on.
You're not a scientist. You're not a doctor. You're not even a full-time employee.
You're not a scientist, you're not a doctor, you're not even a full-time employee.
Things have changed.
Since the last time you left the building. Let's go and
Ah, in case of implosion, look directly at implosion. I like skydiving too. And the only thing standing between us and... It's unclear what she meant by this. Oh, she's being raptured. We're being raptured. Anyway, GG, no re. I could have done that boss fight faster, but I wanted to hear those great great lines. Rapture's in next year's game, thank you. Hoopy the hoop! We're being raptured together, how sweet.
Thank you for assuming the party escort submission.
This wasn't in the original game, they patched this in at the end. I saw that was a reference to the Combine stuff. Yeah, I think that's kind of the insinuation, but also she could have just been lying. Let's be honest. I do think that as far as patched in after the fact sequel hooks go, the thank you for assuming the party escort submission position is very funny. Yeah, patched in for the potato event. The original just left you there. GG, thank you. This was in the original though. Yeah. I made it out, exactly. This is a very good little ending bit. All the remaining cores lighting up. Cute. Hey, it's a song, everyone. Hey, everyone, it's a song.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. It's hard.
It's the song. Thank you for the posture check. This game rules. You saw Jonathan Colton live once? Yeah. Yeah, I still love this song. Got to say Joko perform this at a They Might Be Giants concert? That's a good combo, Rachel. Yeah, I still have a soft spot for this. I think... Obviously, it got... it got overplayed. Yeah, it's always been the fact that GLaDOS is persisting. while I think this song does not hold up to repeat exposure quite as well as most of the writing in this game does, it's still fun. I will say, sorry to keep talking over the song. I was so happy for you. I think one of the weakest points of Portal 2 is the end song. I think Want You Gone is fine. You like Want You Gone? I don't dislike it. But I just think it's... Yeah, it's an impossible act to follow. It's... The bar is set so high, and... That was a joke. Haha, bad chance. It's very hard to live up to this specifically. It looms very large, and it's impossible to assess Want You Gone on its own. And so you do go into it with a little bit of like, yeah, you know, it's another ending song, you know, like, it's good, it's fine. Like, again, I don't want to be negative about it, but I think it is incredibly hard to meet this. I heard the version where it's Colton singing. I probably have at some point in my life. And now we get the end screen here with the mix of it of Still Alive. Yeah, I probably have, because again, it's been 16 years. I probably have heard it at least once. I mean, I like Alan's version. Yeah, that is Portal 1. Again, I should probably play Portal 2 on stream sometime. It'll probably be a couple streams at most. Murdered her and she made me a cake and everything. Look, she was trying to murder me first. She started it, let's be honest. That was a good time. I thought I was going to do that a lot faster than I did, but hey, that's all right. I've still got time to breeze through the letter V 6 times and maybe see where we're at from there. For the moment, I am probably due for a freshen up and walk around break, and I recommend you all do as well. Let me queue up that screen and whoosh right over to it. I also set it up so that when I go to my BRB card and my ending card, that it automatically plugs my Discord and socials. Aren't I smart? So, just a reminder that those are there if you are invested in that kind of thing. I'm going to be right back with y'all, and then we're going to launch into the letter V 6 times. Genius move, thank you. Good night. I'm not going, unless you're going. I'm going to be back. See you all in a little bit, unless, I mean, look, if y'all need to go sleep, don't let me stop you, but I'm coming back. You can't read. You thought you said that I won't be back? Imagine having that written on there. That would be incredible. Bunch of games you should go back and play again. Yeah, I wanted to get some games ready that I know wouldn't take me long, wouldn't, well, I said wouldn't split too much of my attention, but I think Portal 1 has distinctly done that. That's okay. Alrighty, righty. Let me get my business in order over here. Press action to start. I will. Face tracking software is great. Someone walks behind you and it decides actually their face is the one that should be tracked. Yeah. Press action to scene change. I'm still getting the scene ready. Hick the hold your horses. I know that it's not on screen. If you'll excuse me. I'm working on it. Used to people not knowing. Look, to be fair, I have definitely had that issue. I understand. I shouldn't jump on you for that. But no, I needed a different scene for that. This is the letter V 6 times, a game which I have played at least 4 times already this year. You may recognize it from my slightly annual event where I try and play the letter V 6 times, and usually conk out about 4 times in. Practically a speedrunner? I'm decidedly not a speedrunner. I actually had, last time I was playing this game on stream. Is this gonna be 100%? Yeah. May as well be. I'll still get it done in less than an hour. I did actually have a speedrunner in my top 5 last time I was playing this game on stream, which was amusing. Because it's like, well, this must look awfully quaint to you. I think they were number... oops. I've ruined my no death run already. Let me know how the volume is, by the way. It should be good from last time I was playing this video game. Speedwalking in physics class in uni. Good use of uni time. Audio's good? Hell yeah. I like this game a lot. Speaking of games that also came out a very long time ago, you should replay this. It's well worth the replay, and it's also not a huge time investment. Like, if you've played it before, I would say even 100% run is still like you're looking at like 2 hours max. Timed yourself casual 20-minute full rust. Yeah. $20, yeah. Very bad at it, and you think your first play took 5 or 6 hours. On your first play, it can take a lot longer, especially if you're factoring in VVVVV. Fuck Edge games. Edge games is rough, but could be rougher. Yeah, 20-minute 80% isn't too bad. I could probably do about that if I wanted to. But I like getting to flex and do things the hard way and show off. Gonna jive with your brain? Yeah, no, Edge games I've definitely had a lot of trouble with in the past. It's very bad at platformers of all kinds. I've had to come to terms with the fact that I am, in fact, kind of good at platformers, or at the very least ones that I've practiced. What a good jingle. Again, to circle back to being a dumb kid and bad at video games, I remember spending a very long time doing VVVVV in this game. I don't know why I always say Viki. That's not the correct way to say that. Vici, whatever. I came, I saw, I conquered. Da Vinci, exactly. This looks like where I'm keeping these weird discs. The thing that takes me longest in this game, honestly, is finding my way around the overworld. Yes, I've had to accept that I'm actually kind of okay at platformers. You have to be extremely aesthetic and checkpointed for you to play them. I do jive more with the modern hardcore platformer with plenty of checkpoints more than I do like a classic Mario World or Mega Man. I guess we're speedrunning to doing things the hard way here, huh? Very random quest, what we do tower before lab. Random Vermilion scenes in the lab. I do love Vermilion in the lab. I will see if I can do that for you. There are particular kinds of platformer that I enjoy and am okay at. I like games like VV. I like games like Celeste. I'm terrible at vanilla Super Mario World, as I've established on several attempts to play it. Ugh. I forgot about the conveyor. Super Mario World sucks. I mean, look. I think it's a fine game. I'm just not very good at it. I have real trouble with playing vanilla Mario World. I've had a much better time playing a little of Love Yourself as a entry-level Kaiser. Simply having the possibility of, you know, fast retries and regular, you know, slightly fast retry in and of itself makes that game infinitely more playable to me. I'm much more suited to quick retry attempts at little challenges than what vanilla Super Mario World asks of me. Super Mario's world and we're just living in it? True. Blast from the past. What? Vanilla water in Super Mario World makes you want to hit something, specifically the bricks. Oh yeah, water... There's a reason that water levels in video games have a reputation. And Super Mario of all stripes is no exception. Please let me out of here. I had an especially bad time with the water physics because I had my SNES 9X controls mapped wrong at first, but also it just doesn't feel very good to be in the water in that video game. IMO. That's okay, not everything's for everyone, and that's fine. Green Grotto. But yes, I've had to accept as I got older that I'm not actually that bad at video games. Had to accept that, yeah, I can hold down a max speed Tetris DS run as long as I want to. And it's a tricky thing because it's like, it's one of those things it's all relative. Like, it's easy for me to look at like speedrunners of games and, you know, high-level Kaizo Mario players and go, well, I'm not that good at video games. And it's like, yeah, but have you considered the average person is really quite bad at video games, or at the very least not as good as that? Making Yoda, you had to raid in the water because of planes of power? Is this deep WoW lore that I'm not familiar with? Incredibly hard on yourself like this all the time? Yeah, I think it's an easy trap to fall into, especially when... EverQuest? Wow, that's deeper even than I thought. I do think, Rachel, that it is an incredibly easy trap to fall into, especially when you know, are spending time on Twitch in retro communities, because the retro Twitch community is full of people who are just kind of cracked. Anyway, Anyway, are we ready to do things the hard way, chat? Does anyone want to do... Should I set a channel point prediction for how many tries you think this is going to take me? You think that's something I should go for? The entire premise of the tunnel with the one tile wall, it's very funny. 22, thanks, Kenster. The preview as you go past, the warning, it's all very good. Let's see. I'll give you a 1 minute. Let's see. Outcome 1. 2 to 5. 5 to 10. Yeah. Or 6 to 10. 11 to 20. 20 plus. I'm only giving you those 4 because I am confident enough. I'm running a prediction right now. You may see it at the top of your chat on how many deaths I will take. Feel free to bet. I am confident enough that it tops out at 20 here. I have done this a number of times. All in, I respect that. $11 to 20 is a safe bet. It's one of the larger windows. I understand that. But yeah, I think it is. What happens on a multi-option bet if an option no one voted on wins? That's a good question. Who gets paid? I don't know. You have faith in me? Thank you for your faith, Rachel. You believe in me exactly 500 channel points? That's a reasonable length to believe in me. Alright, the prediction is closed. I am going to go for it. I am gaming now. Please keep count yourself. 0 win a bet earlier this week. What did happen to all those channel points? Do they just go into the ether? Alright. I got the pressure's on now. I've got performance anxiety. Let's go. Attempt number 2. Okay. Number 3. Number 4. Fuck. You need me to die at least 3 more times? Number 5, believers, are you ready? Fuck. I'm sorry, believers. Number 6, God. 7. Again, it's the anxiety, it's the performance pressure. It took you 85 tries or something, Gamma? Yeah, I feel like the last time I did this was specifically to flex on you while you were streaming this. Hi, Vetch. I'm doing things the hard way right now. Damn. Prepare to meet my end? Look, I'm meeting my end right here. I'm sorry about your best friend, Quick Games. Number 9. Thank you for the hydrate reminder, Coach. I have done so. I'm centering myself. You think you're about to lose 100 points? I'm sorry for your loss, Rachel. Shit. You're about to lose 300. I'm sorry. I've lost count. Is this try number 10 right now, or was that try number 10 just then? Shit. Believers, I apologize. You're definitely in the 11-20 range now. Shit. Amazing getting past the midway on attempt 2. Like I said, like, my confidence here is not unearned. I was 11? Yeah. Outcome 11 to 20. Congratulations, everyone who believed in me, but only a little bit. Hey! I did it. Great work, Hicther. Yeah, 13.2k go to Hicther. You bet big and it paid off very modestly. Alright. Maybe I can bet on, I don't know how much I want to, thank you for the, hey, throwing crap at me. I don't know how much I want to try staking on later ones. You were busy moving the washer into the dryer, or? Oh, you haven't done that yet. Maybe when you wake up. I guess if it's just gonna sit in the dryer without actually being dried anyway, it probably doesn't matter too much where you leave it, but don't let it molder. 30% returns are still returns? Yeah, no, it's respectable. Yeah, Betty's the meme one. We are about to, what's the name of this one? Prize for the Reckless? Feel free to bet amongst yourselves. But yeah, Reckless. For those not familiar, the bit here is that trinket there, the only way you can get that trinket is by releasing, if you step on above me here, a crumbling platform, it releases a moving platform that comes out over here, and the only way you can then step on it is by respawning in the same room from this checkpoint. So if you get any of the checkpoints in the next 4 rooms, you will not respawn at that checkpoint and you'll have to start over again. So you have to do the next 4 rooms all at once and not hit any of the checkpoints. That is the challenge. Honestly, I find it more challenging than... It's a tough one. It's hard to equivocate between these challenges. This is the hardest bit. It's a longer bit too. Ah! See? I fucked it up. And now I gotta go all the way back. There's also the problem is if you do hit the checkpoint, you gotta run back. Freak. Which is surprisingly difficult sometimes. Okay, let's re-rack that. Shit. Excuse me for my moment of quiet here. I'm gonna focus a little while I'm taking this one on. Ugh, almost. Let's go. Yeah, fantastic soundtrack on this game. I know. Shit. I know Lilith was saying earlier. It's an all-time great soundtrack in this game. Soli good, exactly. I wish I had the updated version of the soundtrack that includes the new song that he added for later versions, because he was like, I feel like Positive Horse, I think it was, plays like just slightly too many times across this game. There we go. I did it. Soundtrack is unreal good. It's on Adventure. Cool. Alright, now I can do these properly. Obscenely, excessively fantastic. Yeah. I did it. Oops. GG. Thank you. So that's probably the 2 hardest trinkets in the game. The 3rd hardest might be the Edge Games one in the forget what the name for that area is. What is the name for that area? The one with the screen wrap mechanic. Yeah, pulsing energy, piercing the sky, and so on. See, thank you for the clip again, Lila. No clue, honestly, understandable. Call it warp zone. Why not? It is full of warps. I always end up here when I just jot off in a direction. Well, I've got some stuff to tidy around here anyway. Get funky indeed. I really want to get a dance emote now that I have animated emote slots to spare. I don't know what specifically I would get. It's like, it's kind of a tough ask. Like, that's the problem with dance emotes, is like, you need to pick a dance on top of all the, you know, the actual challenge of getting, you know, an animated emote prepared. There's going to be a lot of big flashing on screen. In 1 second, let you know if you want directions anyway. Yeah, seizure warning. If you are sensitive to flashing lights, this elephant has them. I will try not to linger on it, but because if you linger on it, it makes Viridian sad. Farewell, elephants. Yeah, I'm good with directions, but thank you for offering, Kev. Again, I just tend to kind of bumble through the overworld and, you know, fill my map. It's like, at the end of the day, you had no clue that was there. Have you never 100% of this game, did you, Mint? I feel like that was one of the sort of like conversation pieces in this game. Also, Strogos, who actually ended up sitting down and learning directions, could not be me, quite frankly. Routing in video games is the main reason I will never be a that I'll never be a speedrunner. Farewell, elephant, exactly. One of the main reasons I'll never be a speedrunner is I'm just not adequately brained to route out video games in that way. Woohoo! Look out for the spikes! Towers around down from here, right? You never got all the trinkets? I would recommend going back, playing through this game and getting all the trinkets. I think it's a really fun time. It's still a fun time if you don't get me wrong. I think it's a very achievable game to sit down and knock out like that. You never remember where the levels are. I remember their rough location. I don't remember where the specific entrances are. I think the tower is through here. Yes, here it is. Teleported divot. Love this level. I think it's really cool how they made an auto-scroller work in this game. Oh, please, indeed. Harder going down than up. The tower reversed. Fascinating. I don't know if I've actually... Well, actually, I must have tried it in flip mode. Because I did, as one of my many playthroughs this year, I tried it out in flip mode. Parts of the tower going down in the final level. Do you? I guess. I didn't think they were actually parts of the tower, or if it was just similar business. Shit. Damn, I was on track to get that done deathless. Not that it matters, but I just like to flex. This is probably the part of this game I have practiced the most. There was a time in my life when I was trying to grind out the score attack time trial on it. Yeah, 1 death. I have 1,000,000. Yeah, tower's flat out in the middle of the map, yeah. Boodly-doodly-doo. Is this the first intermission here? Yeah. Wow, where are we? It is the middle of the map. Yeah, it runs the whole length of it. That's fun. We can work it out when we get back to the ship. Vermilion has the most positive attitude about being stuck in a bizarre pocket dimension. Is intermission giving you a ton of trouble? This is where frequently the most of my deaths will be on some of these stages, because the exact way in which your companion character, the weird momentum that they have, do as you say is such an awful room. Yeah, not as you do. Yeah. It can be a real bastard room, just because of the slightly funky momentum on the companion here. Yeah. Urgh. Oops, I should have been more afraid. Yeah, I need to figure out a dance emote that absolutely screw up your no-death runs. Yeah. I'm not enough of a gamer to do no-death mode, to be quite honest. As good as I may be at this video game. That one, but Terra flavored. Sarah's dance is very strong. Subrosion dance, ooh. I don't know how well that would fuck me. Translate, yeah. Fun to do with Yellow Vitellory, because he had a lengthy discussion about the checkpoints and Viridian, yeah, just like, perhaps. Sarah's dancing mode is very good. The subversion dancing is very strong, but I don't know how well to translate it into emote form, because it's just kind of the left-right pose. Shit. What about a skrunkly? I would definitely consider some kind of skrunkling for animated emote possibilities. The problem with this room, bastard room. First try, thank Christ. I'm as surprised as you all. Yeah, it's just such a non-room after that last one. The problem, Hictho, with the Skrunkly is I don't have a Skrunkly version of myself to do that with, but it would be very powerful. So, I mean, I guess, yes, if I'm going out to get commissions, Digi's Skrunkly hype is incredibly powerful. Alright, tower done. Let's go right on to the laboratory as requested by Kev. I also love Digi's Neko arc one. Maybe I could get a Neko arc myself. Tiff Plush Mayhem, the artist of the Skrunkly, of Digi Skrunkly, also has a very good Neko emote. And of course Chris's OG Neko emote. very powerful. I love both the watch and the excite ones. Exactly, Adam, that one. Dory 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 dory. As long as we get Vermilion before Violet, yeah. It's not Violet, it's Victoria. Hey, Captain. This way looks a little dangerous. Thanks for observing that for me, Vermilion. Might be opening comms early next year, hint hint. Fair enough. Can't believe you haven't drawn a Neko Rach yet. That sounds powerful, Rachel. You should do that sometime. Also, thank you for shilling Adam. Please shill the artists you love. Is Viridian the only one who can flip gravity? I think you see someone standing on the roof. I think Vermilion stands on a roof at another point. Thank you for another clip, Lilith. You're on fire with those tonight. I have shaded in the warp zone. Hell yeah. Don't forget this trinket. Other than that, a maze of twisty little passages all alike. Here's where it comes out, right? Oops, not here. I knew that wasn't it. This is how it is. A reminder that the room names in this game, every room in any of the actual, you know, I almost called them dungeons, which I guess is not really correct. All the room names in this game are by Bennett Foddy of Getting Over It fame, and also of Quap fame, and, you know, everything else he's done. Bennett Foddy, bassist for... one-time bassist for Australian band Cut Copy. Flipping over it with Terry Kavanagh. Yeah. Got a story? I'm excited for that story. All of that's a lot to process. Yeah, fair enough, Hector. Bennett Foddy, Australian professor of game design, interactive design. I forget what his actual like job title is wherever he works. Once here at the second intermission. Oh, the Gravitron. Oh no. But yes, he guest named all these. Sweeney's Maze. Fucking ZZT ass. Ooh, exactly. Did you know that VVVVVV is short for VVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVVV room. Oh, I thought this was the other, I thought this was the other one of these. There's one of the TVs in here says, the other day I was chased down the hallways by a giant cube with the word avoid written on it. These security measures go too far. Had to go check. Yes, you used to listen to a lot of cut copy. That was the part that had you what? Yeah. I think it was, I think he left before either he or the band became famous. So it's more just one of those like fun fact footnotes more than anything. Like learning that the guy from Hot House Flowers used to be in a band with the drummer from My Bloody Valentine. Which is like, if you listen to My Bloody Valentine and Hot House Flowers, those are not in the same ballpark of sound at all. This room is earning its reputation right now. I feel like I'm usually much better at it, but I'm also usually not trying to... I was going to say I'm usually not trying to entertain chat, but that's not true for the last 12 times I've played this game, also. 8 times, I should say. Void. God, I'm still playing so much Void Stranger, and all my friends are playing Void Stranger, and Void Stranger is good. So many words occurring at your reality. I'm sorry for overloading your reality briefly there, Hicktha. This room kicks your ass too. It's a tough room. You need to get back into Void Stranger. I would ask you how far in you got, but it is very hard to discuss that publicly without potentially spoiling things, so I may need to privately engage that discussion when I get the chance. There we go, not that bad. You tried to explain Void Stranger to coworker and you shrugged you off. Yeah, I'll be honest, Leah, Void Stranger doesn't seem like your coworker kind of game. if I'm being blunt. It does not seem like a game that he would be about. This room messes with me. Yeah, how far are you in Void Stranger? Yes. I have a confession actually with Void Stranger. And that is that I looked up exactly one puzzle solution last night, and still, even just in looking at like a spoiler-free guide, or as spoiler-free as spoiler-free possible, I only wanted to look one thing up, and I still managed to accidentally slightly spoil myself on some other... Just the awareness that there is more stuff there, which... I've just kind of always been operating from the assumption that there is stuff in there that I am not aware of yet. And now it's like, oh, it goes even deeper than I thought it went, and I already thought it went pretty deep. It's a soccer band like, that's the only reason you've ignored it. It's not a soccer band game, is the thing about it. Yeah, just remember there's always more. It's moment-to-moment gameplay is Sokoban, roughly. The basic twist of the game introduces a complexity that isn't in average Sokoban puzzles. Yeah, there's not a lot of pure Sokoban puzzles of pure push rocks the right way. I think it is much more of a... Yeah, there's very few rooms that actually push blocks around, yeah. And it is, as has been alluded to, very full of meta puzzles in more of a Mulana sense. Or what I'm led to understand is a Mulana sense, though. I have not personally actually played very much La Mulana. The cut copy thing is like hearing that Michael Guy Bowman does comedy skits, some featuring Scott Stutzman. Yeah, I think they were friends in college. As the Fruity Pebbles song guy. Oh, you've got a story time now, Kev, in the intermission. Love some VVVVVV? Hell yeah, Franch Toost, welcome in. I also love this game. Hence my ability to blast through it. Ah! Whiz down the shaft. You're... naughty boy. Fruity Pebbles song, yeah. And the 3DS port of this game, this room is titled Copyright Infringement, the Wii Sports one. That's pretty good. That's a good bit. Very funny. The Gravitron is a real fricker. I'm not very good at the Gravitron. This is reliably my room with the single most deaths in runs of this game lately. Fucking terrible at it. Yeah, Vermilion wants to do it again, yeah. And Viridian is like, please, please, absolutely not. I'm very bad. My real issue with the Gravitron is I don't take advantage of the screen wrap, which you need to be able to do. I don't think Foddy was commissioned to write one room title for the fourth port, yeah. who can say who did that? I mean, I don't know if he was commissioned to do it in the first place. Yeah, the 5-second checkpointing is very generous in it here, so you can more or less brute force your way through it given enough time, especially since the patterns aren't quite on the 5 seconds. But yeah, that's why I'm focusing right now. Freak. And they throw you some freebies at the end, really. Yeah. What you can do when you don't have... Yeah, it sounds like people have had difficulties with the... There is a Gravitron segment in the Super Mario World ROM hack, Grand Poo World 3. It's one pattern halfway through that gets you, yeah. Is the lab the only area I haven't done yet? Okay, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, Victoria's the only one I haven't followed yet. Oh, that's gonna... That means I can't 100% it in, I'm not going to have 100% I'm gonna have to go back and do cleanup after the fact for 100%. I'm not gonna be able to get the screen that says 100% completion at the very end. Because you need to talk to Victoria for her to give you a trinket that she found. Biffed my 100%. I mean, you can still get 100%. I'll just need to come back and it won't show on my end card. Alas. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. By the way, I think I started saying that and then got distracted by my lament. But I guess nonetheless, I should still get around and knock out. That's also the problem. Is actually now I'll come back for the trinkets then. Hello, hello. You love my avatar? Thank you so much. I like it a lot too. Not to be too much of a narcissist, says the narcissist, but I really am happy with how it turned out. I'm always very pleased with how it looks, and I'm always pleased when people come in and compliment me on it. It's very flattering. You're all so nice to me. I'm blasting through the letter V 6 times at the moment because I wanted to play some games that I am able to play through pretty quickly and that might not distract me too much while I'm chatting about stuff. The distraction thing has maybe not paid off, but the quick completion of games has worked out, I think. You're learning about Toby's exploits before Undertale. Yeah, I mean, look, lots of people have done a lot of stuff that you're maybe not aware of. My avatar is kick-ass. It's true. Thank you, Chris. You're very sweet. Your 2D avatar, live 2D avatar, is really good too. Margot did an incredible job working on that with you. Oops. Young man, it's worth the challenge. Oop. Not that challenging. Really nostalgic for his Homestuck music lately. Again, I never got that deep into the Homestuck music stuff, to be quite honest, for whatever reason. Like, it was cool, I just never really absorbed it. Game Boy Cat Girl, very strong, thank you. I really need to work on... I don't know if I, want to, put together, I would love to do, a soft debut sometime. I don't know if I want to, do, a whole, make a big thing of it. Flustered over cute girls of varying widths? I see. Don't we all sometimes, Lilith? Saw radiation at the top of the users list for starmen.net when he was a IRC because he was a mod. Yeah, he would have been famous of starmen.net. It really makes you wonder what Game Boy devs were doing with their time when not spending it on catgirls like they should have been, perhaps. I would love to work on some lore and some backgrounds and do like a soft debut. Is poorly aged Earthbound ROM hack. Look, he was in like middle school when he made that. Also, having seen that that go around again, I think the context in which Mr. Andonut says a slur is actually very funny. It's not wrong to say it aged poorly, no. He's pretty embarrassed about that ROM hack, yeah. Very out of character for Andonut to say any slurs, but in the specific context of the ROM hack. Anyway. Thank you, Vermilion. Very cool. Yeah, I know he's like, hey, look, it was a long time ago. It is not representative of the modern day Toby Fox, obviously. Really embarrassed over old work all the time. Yeah. Yeah, that is common to the creative experience. I do think that particularly that ROM hack is maybe something to disavow in 2023. I'm sorry and please forgive me, these two rooms here, also way worse to me than, honestly, than doing things the hard way. This is a real bastard room right here. Yeah, worst part about growing as a person is looking back at the times you were not a better person. Yeah, and I mean, look, everyone, I would like to hope everyone grows. Yeah, he would like to hope none of you requires this, but look, I sucked in middle school. It's hilarious out of context and you hate. Exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying. You don't know why, but this makes you want to play Chips Challenge. I can see that, Adam. I understand that. Chips Challenge of Atari Lynx fame. Not to go on too much of a tangent, but do you ever think about Chips Challenge is it's not really a Sokoban-like, but it's adjacent. It's a tile-based puzzle game. There we go. Good grief. Adam, it didn't merely get a Lynx port, it was a Lynx original. The Lynx is the home system of Chips Challenge. Is Zelda 3 a Sokoban-like? Zelda 3 is a Metroidvania. I will not be taking further questions at this time. And then Megalovania kicks in, yeah. A Steam version of Chips Challenge is free? Yeah. You're mad, but it makes sense? Exactly. They hated her for she told the truth. Or does Metroidvania accept a knockoff the best game ever, Halloween Harry? I'm pretty sure that Halloween Harry is objectively not a Metroidvania. I do not think that is how that works. But do you ever think about games that, like, started on weird systems, also objectively a terrible game? It's a little rough in the way that DOS platformers of that time period are. Ouya originals. You say that, Leah, but there are Ouya originals. There's Amazing Frog. There's an Ouya original. The original Towerfall of Maddie Thorson's Towerfall was originally on the Ouya. Amazing Frog? Yeah, with the question mark. Philadelphia Experiment. Yeah, exactly, Kenster. Thank you for holding me to that. The original Need for Speed was a 3DO game. Welcome back. Sorry, I meant Track and I forget the name of the magazine. Track and something presents The Need for Speed. This remix. Such a good remix. I'm really glad they added this for some variety to make the ending more climactic here. The final level. Please enjoy these repeats. Very funny. I'm trying to think of other games that originated on weird platforms. Not super weird, but of course there's the infamous Capcom 5 or 6 or however many they actually made of games that I think pretty much all of them except Piano 3 came to the PS2 eventually. Gotta rewatch some Three Stooges? I don't know if you do. I'll be honest, the Three Stooges is just like a cultural thing that I was, for whatever reason, probably the fact that I'm not 5 billion years old, was never exposed to culturally. I think also my parents didn't really approve of slapstick comedy. Yeah, gutter is a strong word. I think, yes, for whatever reason, Three Stooges did not have as much, perhaps, cultural cachet by the time I was around. This room is unusually rough. I feel like I'm usually better at this room, but it really is messing with me here. And time slip's rough. What? Hang on. Sorry, I need to focus and not think about Three Stooges for a second. Wait, that's how you do it. I forgot there's a trick to it. It's not actually hard. You just need to do it right. I think it would be fair to say my parents broadly were not fans of slapstick. Largely because I had younger siblings and I think they, you know, did not want to see even cartoonish violence being modeled in that way. Which is probably reasonable. Maximum stability. You folks were a big fan of Stooges? Three Stooges, I assume we're still talking about, not Iggy Pop. This room also kind of a bastard sometimes. Time slip. Ooh! Ah! Oh, I'm worried. I keep panicking and backing off. There we go. Yeah, just not something I got a lot of exposure to. First try, hell yeah. Not a lot of Tom and Jerry, a little bit of like occasional like classic Looney Tunes. But, you know. Honestly, as a kid, a lot of my TV viewing was on was less of that kind of stuff for whatever reason. A lot more of the British and Canadian programming that would come through on our national broadcaster than you know, classics of syndicated reruns, such as presumably Stooges and Looney Tunes and so on. You know what I just thought about for some reason, thinking back on, you know, things I watched as a kid? I had a thought of, Right, this is the segment you meant, right, Lily? It's tower-esque, but I don't think it's actually a part of the tower, is it? Something that I feel like is just a piece of sort of ephemera that doesn't really get thought about much is the kinds of cases that VHSs would come in. I feel like most of them were like the hard plastic clamshell or the paper ones. I was thinking of the soft plastic Disney ones specifically were coming to mind. Because we had two of the soft plastic Disney VHS tapes. And it was The Sword in the Stone. Formative movie for me. Yeah, the ones you can kind of scrunch up like a little cellophane, like cookie thingy. One moment, I'm about to beat this game. 17 out of 20. So I only missed 2 on the Overworld and 1 from Victoria. I do love the VVVVVV, incredibly good title drop. Bit less than an hour, not at all my fastest time. Hardest room was the one we were sitting in just there. Yeah, sorry for messing up your V string there. We had The Sword in the Stone, and we had a tape with a couple episodes of the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh on there. Those were my formative Disney tapes. We did also eventually pick up The Rescuers Down Under, which is a movie I was shocked to learn in later life. The Rescuers Down Under is a movie that, like, as I got a little older and became aware of the concept of direct-to-video movies, I was like, okay, surely The Rescuers Down Under must have been a direct-to-video movie, right? Because it's like a weird sequel, spin-off to fucking Rescuers. And it's just kind of a little off, and it's like, no, that movie had a theatrical release. Which is truly baffling to me. Hey, look at some of these names. Rescuers Down Under rules? Yeah. I mean, it's fine. Like, I don't think it's a bad movie by any stretch. But it's just kind of weird to think that it's like, yeah, this is a full-on film that they put out. Your mood is a theatrical release. Welcome in, Dick Feynman. Yeah, Disney theatrical sequel. It's like, how many of those have they made? Like, some of those names are better than others. Yeah, look, Notch, stay losing. Cope, sieve, mold. Rescuers Down Under is a theatrical sequel. Ho! Thank you so much for another gift. It's 5 gift subs, Leah. I hope everyone who got those enjoys them. Frozen 2 is like not even... I feel like that's so far past the era that you don't think about. Sean Murray's on the list too. Look, there's all sorts of classics of the indie video game scene in here. Thanks for playing. Hang on, I need to hit a button so it'll start drawing the Commodore 64 screen. Frozen 2 is like so far beyond the sort of Disney event horizon that I don't even consider it in that way. But like prior to that, there's Fantasia 2000, technically. There's Rescuers Down Under. That might literally be it as far as classic era Disney sequels. Finding Dory also is technically a Pixar film, technically distinct, even though by that point Pixar was fully subsumed into Disney. Yeah, Finding Dory is Pixar. So is Cars 2, for that matter. And 3. Listen to this bop. Beep, beep, doo, 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 bing. Sequels were not something Disney really did until, you know, the modern era where, you know, there's a lot you can say about all eras of Disney, but you know what's technically a Disney sequel? Tron Legacy. I never saw Tron Legacy. I think Tron was put on in my high school computer science class once. Why are all the guitars 5 strings? Why not? Because it kicks ass. Find it hard to count Fantasia 2000 because it's not a movie in the traditional sense. Yeah, which I think is part of why they felt more okay with sort of returning to it in that way. But yeah, not something they did a lot of. But they did bang out a whole bunch of I might just let this keep playing while I bop over to my just chatting screen here, since we're going to just chat, I think, for the rest of this. I don't have any more games queued up off the top of my head that I could fit into the half hour or so that I would be able to run the stream for. I don't know, maybe I could try some, like, Tetris Attack or Panelled Upon. I would give that a shot, except I feel like I would embarrass myself because I cannot play Panelled Upon like the violence hard god tier gamers like Dot and Digi. I might give it a shot though. Maybe I could pull that up. I just want to kind of hear all the little remixes of this in here. You're not great at Panelled Upon or Puyo Puyo? I can't play Puyo Puyo to save my life. Zero good at it. Panelled Upon I'm okay at in the same way that I'm okay at Tetris, in that I can tread water playing those games for a very long time. I can't really set up like T-spins or huge chain combos or anything. I have enough basic pattern recognition brain to bang that out. What's poppin'? Hi Gwen, welcome in. I've just finished the letter V 6 times. Actually, before I forget, I will do the 100% cleanup on here. Not that it's terribly impressive, but... And I also beat Portal 1 earlier. So that's just what I'm doing. I'm just doing that, I'm hanging out, I'm chatting. I hope you're having a wonderful night. You found a trinket, thank you. And also you marked the remaining 2 trinkets that I haven't got yet on my map. Thank you very much for the follow, welcome in. Ralph Breaks the Internet is technically not Pixar? Yeah, that's true, Wreck-It Ralph. I never saw Wreck-It Ralph or either. You can do T-spin doubles, but going out of your way to do those screws up your game. Yeah, that's the thing, Lena, is... It's not just about doing it, it's about integrating them into your game, which requires a kind of big brain gameplay that I am not good at. Also, welcome. I assume you've been having a good luck. Always good to see you all around. Wreck-It Ralph 1's pretty good, solid film. Yeah, it seems like people like it. The lady seems cool. From whatever game she's from. Never saw the squeakle. Understandable. I did not hear anything particularly good about this squeakle to Wreck-It Ralph. Even just the name kind of makes you roll your eyes, to be quite honest. So people keep Winnie the Pooh 2011 as a sequel to what? Also, that's very odd because Winnie the Pooh movies are like the biggest franchise that... most consistent franchise that they pumped out from Disney Toon Studios. Winnie the Pooh 2011 is a banger? Yeah. And right. Oops. Down from here. Hello, Secret Lab. Yeah, Disney Toon Studios is the direct-to-video studio. 2011 was an actual theatrical release, yeah. The thing is, most of those, I want to say most of those Winnie the Pooh movies did also get, a lot of them did get theatrical releases, possibly not major theatrical runs, but like, I am fairly certain that my younger siblings were taken to see a number of those in cinemas. Yeah, because Winnie the Pooh prints money, like, why wouldn't you? Welcome in, S. Kennedy. Thank you, Leah, for the gift sub to them. Hope you all are well this evening. But not in China. Kev. There, 20 out of 20, 100%. Let me go do that ending cutscene real quick. Not that I have anything to prove here. Disney Animation Studios theatrical sequels, yeah. Rescuers Down Under, Pooh 2011, Frozen 2, and Ralph Breaks the Internet. I guess that's it, isn't it? In terms of formal, yeah. Not counting Pixar or Disney Toon, yeah. It's not something they've done a lot of, which is why it was weird to me discovering that The Rescuers Down Under was one of those. As one of those, again, one of the Disney tapes I had as a child. Formative movies. I think I like The Sword and the Stone a lot better than The Rescuers Down Under, even though The Sword in the Stone is like, man, that is an old Disney movie. Three Caballeros is the sequel to Saludos Amigos? Perhaps it is. Hey, we found all of them. Really? Great. We'll run some tests. Uh-oh, something weird is happening. You've seen Sleeping Beauty mostly just for Maleficent? Look, as good a reason as any to watch that movie. Wait, it stopped. We don't have to escape. Look, that's a good reason to watch that movie. Not biased. This is where we were storing those shiny things, and they suddenly exploded into a teleporter. You had the original Rescuers. I didn't watch... See, I was the reverse. I didn't watch the original Rescuers for a number of years. And again, that is a 70s Disney movie, alright. Isn't it Nendoroid number 1312 is the Judy Hopps Nendoroid? Goofy. Making Frozen 3 Zootopia 2? Yeah, Disney. Yeah, combine! Pew, 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 pew. Smash. Do, 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 do. Or, you know, we could have just warped back to the ship. But that would have been less fun. And then, of course, you get your Chivos and your Super Gravitron back here. I have my flip mode completion Chivo, last 5 seconds on the Super Gravitron. Mastered the tower time trial. And I've won with less than 250 deaths. Win with less than 100 deaths I could probably do if I, you know, was careful, but I prefer to go fast than deathless. Alright, that's that. Do you guys want to see me boot up some Panel de Pon for, you know, 20 minutes or so? I'm gonna hang out and chat with y'all regardless, but up to you. Sure, yeah, alright. Let me see if I can get it started up. You're going to sleep? Understandable, Kev. Hopefully you can keep up your streak of actually getting some rest. Thanks for coming by, though. Attempt of one, that's the best you can do. Least you can do, isn't it? Up against a number of sequels, including Child's Play and Rocky V. But no match for the box office juggernaut of Home Alone. Yeah, of those movies, that seems like maybe the strongest offering there. Got yesterday somehow? Yeah, good luck with that. Alright. And the week after was Dances with Wolves? Yeah. That's not really put into a winning situation there. If I don't see you tonight, I know what happened? Yeah. See you around, Kev. Hello, Uno Squid. Welcome in. I've just wrapped the letter V 6 times and I'm getting ready to launch into a little bit of Panel de Pont to wind down for the night. While I chat out these last half hour or so. Well, I've never actually listened to this track this long. I feel like it doesn't come up much like that. How pleasant. Hope you're well this time zone, Uno Squid. Load game. So many good tracks. Yeah, no, every track in this game is a banger. Fantastic video game soundtrack. Not to, again, just spend every opportunity talking about Void Stranger that I can, but I've been really appreciating that soundtrack at the moment. I might actually put on a little bit of Void Stranger soundtrack for a bit while I panel the pawn. Let me get that ready. I don't have it downloaded, so it won't show up on my now playing, unfortunately, but let me get that going. The Zero Ranger soundtrack by the same artist, by Ibrowski. Also fantastic. Let's get a little of that happening. Fantastic, phenomenal video game noise. Let me turn the volume right down on SNES 90. Over here. 4-3 game capture. Hello? 4-3 game capture. SNES 9X. Thank you for the hydrate reminder. I've been chatting it up. I can feel my throat getting a little warm. Void Stranger is such a video game. Affectionate, it really is. It is truly one of the video games of all time. Load, load, load. So good. And this is just like, this is like the trailer song. This is like the first song they play in the game. Panel de Pont. Do I not have that in here? Hang on. Maybe I need to look in here. There we go. Panel de Pont. Nintendo, hello. Please capture the right window. There we go. Let's get that on screen. Are my inputs mapped correctly? Yes. Action puzzle game. I love this game. I'm not fantastic at it. Oops, I need to hit A and not B. Action puzzle game. I wish games describe themselves like that more often. I'm just gonna do regular hard. I'm not violence hard ready, to be honest. What was I talking about? Disney movies? Yeah. Action puzzle for TV game. I'm also rusty. I have not played shit in a hot minute, as you can tell. From the way I am immediately scuffing this up. Maybe this wasn't a good choice for chatting while I do it. Oops. Oops, wait, never mind, that's not going to work. Puzzle League is only good for the Pokemon variety. Yeah, sterile presentation of Puzzle League. I mean, yeah. I mean, what it actually has is the most recent... It's a bummer to me that the most recent Puzzle League game was not even an actual Puzzle League game. It was a mini game in an expansion for New Animal Crossing New Leaf. League puzzle Pokemon. I don't know if I can play this versus and focus on chatting with y'all. While playing with games like this is a learned skill and seems impossible, yeah. If nothing else, I need to at least move chat onto the same screen as this. Can I pop this out safely? Probably not, hey. What constitutes a golden age Disney movie anyway? I'm a little rusty on my ages of Disney. Is golden age like this game is impossibly cute? It really is. Actually, I'm gonna back out of the versus mode and play just endless so I don't have to brain too hard, to be honest. Golden age of Disney is when you were 5, understandable. I want to say the golden age is from like original like Snow White through to when was the beginning of the Xerox era? It was like the 60s or so when no, that's not what I want. I want Rage Rave. I forget the exact beginning of the Xerox era, but it was the point at which they were like, oh, we can save huge amounts of work and money by using, you know, photocopiers instead of having to repeatedly redraw huge amounts of cells. I mean, obviously still a lot of, you know, drawing and work went into it, but it allowed them to cut down pretty significantly without a major hit to their quality. What do you call the era of their live action films? God, see, the thing about Disney is they've made live action films on and off throughout their history. You know, Mary Poppins is largely live action. You know, that's a fantastic film, but they made some real dog water ones in the late, yeah. Golden Age of Snow White, 30s, 40s, Silver Age of Cinderella, yeah, 50s, 60s. Yeah, and then the Renaissance is, starts with The Little Mermaid in 88 or 89. You're talking like the 70s, Drac? Are you telling me you don't have any love for Pete's Dragon, Leo? A movie which I have never seen except for previews at the start of that, Sword in the Stone tape. You know, Tron, that's a live-action Disney movie. Snow White to Aristocats. Yeah, that's kind of what I felt when you said it. Highest density of bangers. I don't know that I actually have a great fondness for any of those tracks. Yeah, Rage Rave is really good. This might be my favorite song on the soundtrack so far. If I had to pick one, when the guitar kicks in, the guitar is fucking incredible. It is the best a MIDI guitar has ever sounded in its goddamn life. I really like Disney's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea live action. Huh. I want to say we might have had that on tape, but I don't think I ever really watched it. You tell me your favorite song, but you can't, Fox. Understandable. Have a great evening. I hope you're well. I haven't bought this soundtrack yet specifically because I am deathly afraid of spoiling the shit out of myself if I buy it. Because this video game, this soundtrack... So you know how on Bandcamp you can have, like, you know, tracks that are hidden from the main preview? which, you know, you have used for like bonus tracks or in the case of, you know, video games, you know, light spoilers. There are 21 tracks on the preview for this soundtrack on Bandcamp. There are 70 tracks on the soundtrack. Jesus, yeah. There are 70 tracks. Now, I'm sure some of those are little throwaway jingles. I know one of the things that so I actually, before there was a formal soundtrack release, did also dump the soundtrack out of the game files because of how hard it slapped, though I was very cautious not to spoil myself, thankfully. Thankfully, they are not indicatively named. This track really does rule. Welcome in, Hellucard Streams. Hope you're well this time zone. It's the coolest model you've ever seen. Well, thank you. I'm very flattered. Welcome in. I'm Terathiel, Gameboy, Catgirl, Queen, MILF. These are all words you can use to describe me. I'm just hanging out and playing some light video games at the moment. There are 71 songs. But thank you for coming by. I hope you're well this time zone. Did I make it myself? Sort of. That is a complex question. I made the basic model itself in the Vroid studio, which is a free-to-use program that allows you to put together, you know, 3D avatars. This dress that I'm wearing was also put together by someone else that I saw and went, oh, that dress looks fantastic. The gameplay filtering I put together myself. And I'm very pleased with the way the overall effect works out. You saw the thunder went no way it moves and then it did? Yeah. Void Symphony feels like the definitive song of the game. I think that's fair. It's bedtime. Yeah, you should probably not get Candy, Hictor. I can't recommend it. Discovered a Game Boy camera shader a week ago. I may have to see if I can get that off you. Speak with you about that, Rachel. Running on actual Game Boy hardware? Yeah, I wish. You love cool creative VTuber models so much? Yeah, it is really cool to see just what people have done in the space. And I'm glad you appreciate mine. I always feel very flattered when people compliment the work I put into it. Hang on, I need to hear Lax Lullaby right now. TV heads are always a soft spot? Yeah, that's always a fun design. But yeah, if you like what you see, feel free to drop me a follow or check me out on various social medias or even joining my Discord if you really are dedicated. Thank you. I always feel a little weird. I'm not used to the part where I have to shill myself. This track, Lax Lullaby, is my other favorite track on the Void Stranger soundtrack, I think. Lo-fi beats to puzzle/relax to. I lost my train of thought. Was I saying things about how cool VTubers are? Yeah. I had something else I was saying. I know I did. I know it'll come back to me. You're going to anyway? Yeah, no, that's cool. As good a time as any. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Appreciate everyone who comes by for these. You all are a great crowd, and I'm happy to share my time with you. Hi, Watcher. Welcome in. Hope you're having a lovely time zone. This evening for you, I presume. Hope you're well. I've gotten through the video games I intended to blast through, and now I'm just kind of paneling upon to kill time. Hope I am too. I am. I've had a really great stream. Did you know that Portal 1 and The Letter V6 Times are both fantastic games? because they still are. And thank you again, Leah, for the gift subs. I can't say enough nice things for you. Holy shit, they so are. Yeah, they just phenomenal video games to this day. I need to... I said it earlier in the stream, but I really do think it would be a good idea for me to set up, like, integrate something with, like, automatic captioning so that I just have a running transcript that I can see, so I can see what I was talking about, like, 5 or 10 minutes ago, and circle back around to it, because my ADHD ass cannot hold a train of thought. Oh. Automated transcript with a delay, exactly. But like, this soundtrack just has so much different stuff in it. Put that on the screen and watch people get confused, yeah. No, that would be for my private benefit, to be quite honest. Plan to create something similar to it, you should probably get around to it. Yeah, why not? It's not like I don't have 5 billion other things that I intend to get around to. Holding a train of thought, you can barely hold a go-kart of thought. Exactly. VTubing, cool things, Disney movies. Were they still talking about Disney movies? That's probably something I was talking about. I don't know that I have that much affection for like that golden age Disney stuff. I think Sword in the Stone, if Sword in the Stone is still in that era, it might be just past it. Then it probably might be Sword in the Stone. Pre-taped call-in show sketch. That's a good bit. I haven't watched very much Mr. Show. Do you think... would Mr. Show hold up if I went back and tried to watch it today? What do you think is the ratio of 90s humor you can't return to in Mr. Show? Watching David Cross lose his hair over the weeks is good. Yeah. How are we all tonight? I think we're all doing pretty well from what I've heard. I'm doing wonderfully. I love getting to hang out and spend some time playing some banger video games with you all. And just chat about whatever. I would love to do... Honestly, when I put together, or, you know, hastily assembled my schedule for this stream, I had intended it for it to be a little bit more just chatting-y than it ended up. I ended up getting too invested in the games I was playing. Which is a fine problem to have, don't get me wrong, but I kind of intended it to be a little bit more like this, a little more just talky. I would really love to, I mean, that's the thing I love about streaming, is I love hanging out. I love having discussions with people. I love seeing you all. I love chatting with you all. Probably catch most of the best sketches on YouTube like any other sketch comedy show. Yeah, maybe. Perhaps. Terra Streamers based. Thank you, Gwen. I appreciate your testimonial. As a smart and cool friend, I respect. But I would love to do more like just chatting style streams, even if I'm just talking over, you know, playing some Paneled Upon in the background. Something like this seems like a good balance of having something on screen to, hang on. Where's my, what else can I put on from the soundtrack here? Boo-da, 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 boo-boom, boom-ba-boom. I think I might actually swap over to, let me put on a bit of the Zero Ranger soundtrack or some other game soundtrack here. Sorry about the brief pause in the gameplay and music while I cue this up. Just chatting seems scary, but I can do it. Yeah, I wouldn't even say that I'm like scared as much as I just kind of worry that like I worry that it's just not going to draw people in, that I'm just like, I feel like... And it's a chicken and egg problem in that way too, right? It's like it's a, you know, as much as I love to quote Field of Dreams, the if you build it, they will come. As much as it is that, there's also like, I would feel like a bit of a prat, like, you know, streaming, just chatting to like 4 people. Not to say that, you know, I love anyone who comes out to my streams. I'm just as flattered to have an audience of 4 as of 40. I have my viewer count turned off because I'm not bothered. but I would worry that I would just be like, just, you know, kind of sitting there stewing in it, I guess. Hang on, where's my video music folder? If you build it, they'll come, but if there are only 4 of them, then, well, yeah. It's a little like that. Turning off viewer count is so smart. Yeah, I know a lot of people do it. I know a lot of people also specifically like have in their chat rules like, please don't draw attention to the viewer count. I have it off for a reason. It also, yeah, that's the thing, Pyromance, is it feels bad too. It's not good for me, and it's not good for a small audience, because you kind of feel a little awkward and like the pressure is on you to be a part of it. Damn, I can't put the Shatter soundtrack on because that gets pinged. What have I got in here that would be good? Let's just bang out some classic Tower of Heaven. There's some video game music. Filling dead air is a real talent. I could do it. Like, I can speak. I can chat till my I can definitely say words, as demonstrated right now. Tower of Heaven was a game of the time in a good way. Yeah, it's a very time and place video game. You know, that Flash video game moment. Its soundtrack is an all-timer, though. Tower of Heaven, I do say. I do declare, Lil. Yeah, it's not even about the dead air so much as just kind of feeling just like, I don't know. You've often said you could listen to me just read Wikipedia for hours. I know there are people who do streams like that, and I think that's cool of them too. Like, there are people who will just look up Wikipedia articles and read them out with chat. I think Holly Holotones does that sometimes. I think Proxy Glitch Cat does it. Some people even release YouTube videos of those. Yeah, some people don't even mention that they're doing it. I'm getting a very low energy end of the Tower of Heaven soundtrack right now. Couldn't resist. Look, it's the topic du jour. Look, if you know me, you'll know I've never been accused of passing up low-hanging fruits. It's the joke I too often like to make. I think I might need to bump that sound down just a little smidgen. And try not to die while I... Oops. There it goes. 7 million views 4 days after release, which is ridiculous for a 4-hour video. Yeah. I mean, those long videos do a lot of traffic. I know a lot of people like to put them on to, like, sleep to. Like, they'll just leave them on and, like, they're probably not watching the whole thing through. Can I please skip out of this result so I can get back to the game? Love low-hanging fruits there. Well, it's still fruit. Look, I love a lot of things that hang low and... Ah, sorry, couldn't resist. This is the slowest result screen you've ever seen? Yeah. 19.5 Nintendo. Do I have to reset? Is it just going to play all these little interstitial bits and doots? Come on. I might have to hard reset. Fuck me. Video games. Where even is the reset in this? are you remarking on the necessity of the reset, Lilith? It's very baffling to me. That's okay. I should probably move into to winding down the stream anyway. It's getting late. Yeah, made a puzzle game where if you die, you can't restart. Very odd choice. Very strange. Yeah, I probably actually should start getting into kind of wrapping it up mode. Sadly. Let me queue over to my ending card, which I've dressed up lightly. As I was mentioning earlier, I set it up so that when I transition over to my end card, it automatically rolls my socials and my Discord's link there. You can find me various places from my business card website, catgirl.camp. Excuse me, goodness me. Let me also get into throne mode here. Hang on, I need to scoot myself over to the side for this. Good night for realsies. Yeah, thanks. Hey! Throne mode, exactly. I'm just going to hit them again. Hang on, can I hit them again? Do I have override power on these? No, I don't. Yes, I do. Okay, cool. You can see me if you want to come join the Discords. You can join a role where you'll get pinged every single time I go live. You don't have to join that role if you don't want to get pinged every single time, but if you want to, hey, want to surefire wait and learn when I'm going live, you can hit that button in there. I really had a good time doing this. I would really, like I said, I would really love to do more just kind of hanging out and chatting. Maybe I should try and fix up my sleep schedule so I can start things up. Good grief, you all. Menaces you are. I should perhaps try and, where's my... Don't I have it now playing on this screen? Good luck with the sleep schedule. Yeah, thanks, Rach. Good luck to you. I know you're trying to get yours in order there too. I forgot I added that to my FFZ there, Chris. Much appreciated, chill. Yeah, that's what I try to provide. I like having a cozy space to hang with y'all. Sleep schedules are impossible, don't I know it? I mean, my sleep schedule is relatively reliable, but Dave's story. Dave's story. Moved your sleep schedule around 6 hours a night for the last 4 nights. Forward, back. Yeah, just like that FF14 song. Yeah, that was an actual typo. Oh, I figured, but it was pretty good. What streams are coming up this week? I'm glad you asked. Let me see if I can pull that up on this card here. Dave story, Curly, but it's Dave, yeah. Let me add existing schedule. High energy. This week, the week of the 11th of December 2023. Here's what is going on. I had nothing penciled in for tomorrow, but God, I had such a good time doing this that I might shoehorn in the just chatting type stream. Man, sorry, this music is way louder. It's November again. No, this is proper date order. It's not month first date order. I don't have time at this point in the stream to get into how month first is a truly bonkers way to write dates. No, it's December. There's not much year left. Wednesday I will be returning to Einhander because I had a really good time with it last week, and that game is sick as hell. It's really cool. I want to get through more of that. Thursday is my weekly Link to the Past randomizer. You hate month first? Good, Chris. I'm glad you're a man of taste. Year month date is fine. That's totally okay, Digi, because at least, like Ikta said, smallest to largest or largest to smallest. But going back and forth is just wacky. It sorts itself, exactly. Thursday night is my weekly Link to the Past randomizer. Hopefully I will start getting my times down. And, you know, I'll take a little bit of sabbatical for the weekend. And on Sunday, I think we'll be returning to Faerun 2 to play a little bit more. Do I say December 11th or 11th of December? It is very context sensitive, actually. Hang on, let me whoosh back over. I don't have like a fixed way that I will always do one or the other. But yeah, I didn't have anything scheduled for tomorrow night, but I think I'm really having a good time hanging out. I might just hang out again. Love saying the 17th month when it was the 17 month of the year. Yeah, that's fun. Hey, come on. December ween 32nd, exactly. Lousy Smarch weather and all. Alright. Big yawns, I guess, at this point. Yeah, I hope you're all having a lovely time. A lovely evening. I hope you continue to have a lovely evening. I hope you get some sleep if you need it. Lovely time zone wherever you are. I gotta see who's around. Who can I raid into? Bit of a quiet night on the old Twitch.television, it seems like. But I do have a perfectly good raid target here. Last Seahorse is hanging out and playing Chrono Trigger through. Not their first time, and they're not doing any kind of special, nothing too fancy about it. But Chrono Trigger's always a comfy time. I think that would be a really good lead in there. They're also doing kind of a partner push at the moment too, so if you can hang out and keep those numbers up for them, have a good time. It's lovely to hang with Seahorse. They're pretty cool. So I'm going to leave you all with them momentarily. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I really appreciate you all. You're all a lovely subjects to rule over here. Yeah, we should do this again sometime. Perhaps tomorrow night, I think. I really do, yeah. I'll let you know closer to the time, obviously, but if I can find some time to maybe even organize something more formal, just chatting wise, for tomorrow night. But in the meantime, everyone take care, and I'm sure I'll see you all around before long. Say hi to Seahorse for me. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Take care.